All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's go ahead and start our class today. Today, we'll be going ahead and discussing Foreign Trade Policy 2023. Baba, Foreign Trade Policy, the new Foreign Trade Policy 2023 has come and we'll be discussing the same. Now, first thing first, sir, I'm writing my exam in November 23. Yes, sir, this foreign trade policy is applicable for you. Sir, I'm writing my exam in May 24. Might be some amendments will come little later. Those amendments के साथ this foreign trade policy is applicable for May 24 exam also. Now, as of now, November 23 and May 24 का student, both the students can see this. ठीक है, sir? Done. Now, sir, where do I get the notes from? First of all, I have gone ahead and used the ICI ka study material only, which the ICI has gone ahead and given. Sir, but you have already given the foreign trade policy in your textbook. Baba, the textbook mein foreign trade policy which I have given is little detailed. But foreign trade policy which has been released by the ICI is little summarized. Means it is not so much in detail. So we'll be going ahead and just referring to the ICI ka study material only. Sir, where do I download this study material? Baba, you can download from ICI ka website also. Also, in my free resources, I've gone ahead and provided this, as well as I've gone ahead and provided 8-page ka charts which is there, 8-pager chart which is there, so that this 8 pages ka chart, if you study, in my opinion, it should be more than enough. Done, sir. So this foreign trade policy which is there, I've gone ahead and summarized in 8 pages. Sir, 8 pages, Baba, 5 to 6 marks is going to come. I think 8 pages, if you go ahead and study and solve your question answers properly, it should be more than enough. Done, sir. Sir, where do I download these charts, etc. from? Baba, you go to rameshsoni.com. In rameshsoni.com, you have to go to free resources ka tab. Free resources ka tab will be there. In free resources tab, you go to free resources. Basically, when you click on the free resources tab, it will redirect you. Click on CA final November 23/May 24 folder. In that, you will find amendment material. In the amendment material ka folder, you will find over there, sir, this additional charts also you will find over there. Plus, you will find this CA Institute ka foreign trade policy ka material also which is provided. Sir, how are we going to learn in the class? We are going to go ahead and learn from the chart book. Aditya, as of now, please concentrate on the foreign trade policy. We are discussing the foreign trade policy. Let's get it started. Everyone over here, I want everyone to be 100% enthusiastic that yes, sir, we are going to enjoy. Baba, trust me, foreign trade policy is very, very easy. Aram se relax, aram se sit and keep understanding. ठीक है, चलो, let's go ahead and start the foreign trade policy. Foreign trade policy 2023. Now, sir, as the name suggests, foreign trade policy. Foreign trade policy. Foreign means आउटसाइड इंडिया. ठीक है, ट्रेड फॉरेन कंट्री के साथ ट्रेड के लिए व्हाट विल बी द पॉलिसी ऑफ इंडिया, दैट इज टोल्ड इन द फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी. सर, whenever we are going ahead and importing, exporting, basically trading with foreign countries, what is going to be our policy, that is told in foreign trade policy. Now, this foreign trade policy which is there, what is the foreign trade policy? The foreign trade policy is just a set of guidelines and instructions issued by the central government. It is just a set of guidelines and instruction which is given by the central government in matters relating to import and export of goods. Basically, as the name suggested, I told you, in that matters relating to import and export, what will be the policy of the government? What does the government want? That is basically being demonstrated through the foreign trade policy. For an example, now government doesn't want wheat to be exported. What government will do under the foreign trade policy? They will go ahead and restrict. They will put wheat under restricted category so that you can export only on getting an authorized and only on getting a license. So basically, foreign trade policy is nothing other than, sir, the set of guidelines and instruction which is issued by the government with respect to import and export. Sir, that is foreign trade. The foreign trade policy in generally aims at developing export potential. Sir, what is the aim of foreign trade policy? Baba, one thing you have to understand. For an example, I am selling some goods to my wife. My wife is selling some goods to my son. My son is selling some goods to me. Will I ever become rich? I have to go ahead and sell the goods to outsider or services to outside my home. Only then I'll become rich. In the same way, if you go ahead and apply the concept to India over here, how will India become rich? How will India become rich? India will become rich only if it is going ahead and supplying goods or services to outside India ka people. In the same way, they are going ahead and telling foreign trade policy. Baba, the main aim of foreign trade policy is what? That they want to go ahead and explore export potential. That how do we go ahead and make more export? Baba, more export earn more foreign currency. The more foreign currency India earns, the more India will become rich. And that is what is being told over here. The FTP in general aims at developing export potential. Where are the export markets, where can we go ahead and export, how can we earn more foreign currency. That is the main aim over here. Improving export performance. What do you mean by export performance? Our export should be more, import should be less, means our reliance on outside countries should be less, our outside countries should rely on us, make in India should be promoted. Then encouraging foreign trade, so that people encourage, baba, the foreign trade policy is basically for encouraging, so that we go ahead and export more and more. And sir, creating a favorable balance of payment ka position, means your export should be greater than your import, so that export say if you have earned supposedly 100 rupees and import say you have gone ahead and spent only 50 rupees, then baba 50 rupees still you made no foreign currency. That is what they are telling. There should be always a favorable balance which is created. Now remember one thing, this foreign trade policy which is there, always this foreign trade policy is being made under an act. What is the act? The act is the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act, which is there, Foreign Trade and Development and Regulation Act. Sir, who goes ahead and makes this foreign trade policy under the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act के अंदर? Who makes this policy? Sir, this policy is being made by Director General of Foreign Trade. Sir, who? This Directorate General of Foreign Trade का office which is there is basically an attached office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry which is there. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry का under comes the Director General of Foreign Trade का office. Director General of Foreign Trade का office में there sits one person who is known as the Director General of Foreign Trade, and Director General of Foreign Trade uses the power which is given by the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act, and baba, using that power in this section, in this act, there is section number 5 which gives the power to the government, that government can go ahead and make the foreign trade policy, and using that power government have made the foreign trade policy. Baba, this foreign trade policy which was made, foreign trade policy was made for the year 2015 to 20. Every 5 year के 5 years के लिए foreign trade policy was made. Every 5 years के लिए foreign trade policy was made. But now listen to me very carefully. This 2015 to 2020 के लिए foreign trade policy was given. This foreign trade policy got expired in 2020. This was still extended till 31st March 2023. But now, from the year 2023, they have gone ahead and told we are discarding this, and the new foreign trade policy 2023 has been notified, but it has not been notified for 5 years, because earlier it was always notified for 5 years, but now they have not gone ahead and told any sunset clause saying that this year this foreign trade policy will expire. They have gone ahead and told now the new foreign trade policy will be 2023. We will keep continuing this, we will keep making amendment to this only, and hence the new foreign trade policy is foreign trade policy 2023. Sir, where do we get the foreign trade policy? If you want to see, baba, you have to go to the Director General of Foreign Trade website over here. If you go over here, you will be able to see the regulation. I think there's some issue over here. Okay, we'll do one thing, we'll open Safari and see. ठीक है. DGFT का office, Director General of Foreign Trade का office. When you go to the DGFT का office, in DGFT office, you will be able to see over here. See, the Foreign Trade Policy का act is there. In the act, when you click, you will see Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act. In this act, basically, section number 5 gives the power to the government to go ahead and make the foreign trade policy. And today, the foreign trade policy which is there now is the Foreign Trade Policy 2023. Done, sir. Point is clear. Please come back to the chart. Sir, over here, what is the vision of the foreign trade policy? Basically, when government is going ahead and making the foreign trade policy, what is the vision of the government? Baba, the vision of the government is to make India a major player in the world trade. Sir, what is the function of the department? The function of the department, basically Ministry of Commerce, which is there. The Ministry of Commerce, under the Ministry of Commerce, when you go to the Ministry of Commerce, no, see here. Not this website. This is not working. We'll go here. Ministry of Commerce. Baba, this Ministry of Commerce का website में if you go, अरे Commerce and Industry. Now, Ministry of Commerce and Industry का website में when you go over here, in that the attached office is there. You will see over here attached offices. In that there is an attached office which is there, which is the Director General of Foreign Trade office, who basically goes ahead and frames the foreign trade policy. Done, sir. Point is clear. Please come back. See, what is the function they are telling of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry? The function is to formulate and monitor the foreign trade. Okay, sir. Now, along with this, there is an attached office of the Directorate General of Foreign Trade. Directorate General of Foreign Trade ka office is being attached. I have already shown you over here which is the attached office. The attached office is of the Director General of Foreign Trade, and this Director General of Foreign Trade ka office is being headed by the Director General of Foreign Trade. See, okay, sir, point is clear. See, Director General of Foreign Trade is basically an office or attached office of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which is headed by the Director General of Foreign Trade. Who is the boss? The Director General of Foreign Trade. Okay, sir, point is clear. Now, the Director General of Foreign Trade. Now, this Director General of Foreign Trade who is there, Director General of Foreign Trade ka work is to make the foreign trade policy, and sir, he formulates the foreign trade policy, he controls the foreign trade policy, he supervises the foreign trade policy, and currently the foreign trade policy which he has gone ahead, the new foreign trade policy which has been announced on 31st March, which has come into effect, and it has come to effect from 1st of April, and Baba, this is the new foreign trade policy which we are going to learn. Now, foreign trade policy, Baba, the officer, the Director General of Foreign Trade does not have an army of his own. Now, Director General of Foreign Trade, supposingly, you went to the Director General of Foreign Trade and you told, sir, this is the Director General of Foreign Trade. Sir, I will get foreign currency. I will make lot of export. You please allow me to go ahead and import goods without payment of any custom duty. I will go ahead, make fantastic goods, and I will go ahead and export. Sir, please give me an authorization. Please give me an advance authorization. So, Baba, DGFT ka work is he will give you an advance authorization. Now you got the advance authorization. Now when you import, you don't want to pay custom duty. So here what will happen? Custom department will be involved. Custom department will be involved. So they are going ahead and telling DGFT does not have an army of his own, but the various other department which works along with the DGFT is the custom department. Sir, when you go ahead and import or you go ahead and export, you will also need, sir, export without payment of GST, export with payment of GST. All this ke liye you also need the GST department. So, sir, then, sir, when I go ahead and export and did I earn foreign currency or not? Because I told the DGFT that I will get inputs say I will make final goods and I will go ahead and get lot of foreign currency. Sir, I will earn foreign currency. Whether I got foreign currency or not, RBI also will be involved over here. RBI will monitor whether Ramesh has actually got the foreign currency or not. So the various other people who work along with the DGFT, basically administration of the foreign trade policy, the DGFT cannot see everywhere that okay, import happened, custom port pay. When the import is happening, sir, did that person import correct good? Did he go ahead and import some prohibited goods? He should not have gone ahead and imported prohibited goods. All this will be taken care by whom? All this will be taken care by the custom department. GST department also will be involved. RBI will also be involved. So, sir, who are the other people who are helping the DGFT in administering that the foreign trade policy is being implemented properly? Those are the Central Board of Indirect Tax and Custom. Okay, those is the Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India sees to it that you told that you will earn foreign currency. Are you actually earning the foreign currency? Have you actually fulfilled your obligation? You told I will import raw material without payment of any duty, make the final product and export. Did you actually go ahead and earn that foreign currency or not? That RBI will be taking care. GST department also will be involved. So these are the three people who will be involved in basically administration of the foreign trade policy. Done, sir. People, I am not reading line by line. I am just explaining you line by line. You guys can read at home. Okay, sir. Now, when you read the foreign trade policy, sir, what are the various content of the foreign trade policy? Baba, see, when we learn the GST law, we learn the GST Act, we learn the GST rules, we learn about the various forms which are there. In the same way, under the foreign trade policy, there is the main policy, the foreign trade policy 2023, which we'll be learning about. Okay, sir. Now, if you see over here, this is, 1 minute everyone. This, if you go over here, you will be able to see this is the foreign trade policy 2023. In the foreign trade policy 2023, you will be seeing 11 chapters are there. Sir, how many chapters? 11 chapters are there. We will be learning about all the 11 chapters. So, sir, foreign trade policy comprises of what? Number one, the basic foreign trade policy which is there, which has 11 chapters. Okay. Now, for every chapter, they just like how Act is supported by rules, they have gone ahead and given Handbook of Procedures also. So number one is the main foreign trade policy, which is the, what is the content of the foreign trade policy? The main foreign trade policy. Along with that, the Handbook of Procedure is there, which is basically nothing other than like how Act carrier rules are there. The same way for the foreign trade policy, in order to support, okay, foreign trade policy may they told about advance authorization. Sir, how will I get? Which is the form I'll have to fill? That is being told by the Handbook of Procedure. Can you see? Number one is the foreign trade policy. Number two is the Handbook of Procedure. This is the Handbook of Procedure. Chapter number 1, we had 11 chapter. For every chapter, they have given the rules also, and the rules are basically named as the Handbook of Procedure. What is to be done is told by the foreign trade policy, the main policy. Sir, rules, main policy is being supported by the rules, and the rules ka name is Handbook of Procedure, which is basically, sir, for 11 chapters, they have given 11 chapters over here also in the Handbook of Procedure. So in the Handbook of Procedure also, you will be able to see all the 11 chapters ke liye, how the all the chapters के लिए what are the procedures you will have to follow. All the procedures are being told in the Handbook of Procedure. ठीक है sir? So what is the content of the foreign trade policy? Number one, the foreign trade policy 2023, which has 11 chapter, and Baba, the foreign trade policy was being notified on 1st of April 2023. Then Handbook of Procedure. For every chapter, they have gone ahead and told what are the various procedures to be followed, containing 11 chapters. Baba, it also gives appendices and आयात निर्यात फॉर्म. इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट के लिए आयात एंड निर्यात, निर्यात मीन्स एक्सपोर्ट, तो आयात निर्यात के लिए वट एवर द फॉर्म्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, दे हैव गॉन ahead and told ANF form. Baba, just like how in the GST, when we learned about the rules went ahead and told you GST REG 01, GST REG 02. The same way over here, in order to support what is told in the foreign trade policy, they have given the Handbook of Procedure. After that, you have the foreign trade policy ka the next content over here is the ITC-HS. Sir, what is the ITC-HS? See, I'll show you over here. This is the ITC-HS. Import Export Policy, ITC-HS. Can you see over here? ITC-HS. Sir, what is ITC-HS? Do you remember in customs? Do you remember in customs we had gone ahead and learned about the classification of goods? Yes, sir, we went ahead and learned how this bottle will be classified, what will be the HSN code. Now, Baba, in customs when we learned how to find out the HSN code. But in foreign trade policy, we don't learn how to find out the HSN code. In foreign trade policy, we learn against each HSN code whether that item which the HSN code which you have found out, whether that item can be freely imported, whether that item is restricted. It means you need a license. Whatever items are restricted, no, Director General of Foreign Trade ka license is required. You have to take an authorization from him. Sir, is the item prohibited, or is the item only importable from state trading enterprises? State trading enterprises are those enterprises which are being, so for an example, petrol. Can you import directly petrol at your home? One tank you have kept, you have filled, you have got petrol from outside India. One Dubai mein you called one person and told, sir, I want petrol. He sent petrol directly to you. You kept one tank at your home. Every day you are filling your car and bike and going. Can you do that? No. Some items are to be imported only through state trading enterprises. So ITC-HS goes ahead and tells you whether the item which you are importing or exporting, is it freely importable, exportable, whether it is restricted, whether it is prohibited, can it be imported or exported only through state trading enterprise, you can't directly import or export. All those things are basically told by the ITC-HS. For an example, if I show you the ITC-HS over here, ITC-HS mein all the chapters are being given. If I go ahead and open the first chapter over here, it will give you the import policy. See, I am opening the first chapter over here. I open. No. 1 minute. Bad boy. Okay, we'll see over here. Okay, I'll show you over here. There's some issue which is happening and it is not opening. I think it is not permitting. Okay, let's see over here if it is working. Just give me a minute, everyone. Okay, I think there's some issue with this, so it is not happening over here. Listen to me very carefully. What happens over here? People over here now. When you open the policy over here, no, supposingly import policy ka PDF, you will see over there For every HSN code, it is written. For every HSN code, it will be written whether this item can be freely imported, whether this item is restricted, whether this item is prohibited. Prohibited means you can't import. Whether this item can be imported only through state trading enterprises. All those will be written in the ITC-HS. So whenever you are going ahead and reading the foreign trade policy, the foreign trade policy comprises of three things. Number one is the basic policy. Number two is the handbook of procedure, which will be basically supporting the basic policy. And the third is the ITC-HS, classification of export and imported item, whether that imported item or export item which is there, sir, what are the various policies regarding to that item, that is being told in the ITC-HS. Okay, sir. Now, what are we going to learn, sir? We are going to learn the foreign trade policy. Now, when you see the foreign trade policy over here, the foreign trade policy has how many chapters? The foreign trade policy has 11 chapters. So, sir, you will be teaching all the 11 chapters. Beta, what has happened is they have gone ahead and told only little from every chapter to be learned. So, for an example, if you see over here, the first is the legal framework and facilitation. So, we will be learning the first chapter. We will be learning the first chapter, which is there, the legal framework and trade facilitation. Then there is the second chapter, general provision relating to import and export. You see over here, all the same chapters which are given in the foreign trade policy will be learning from here. The general provision regarding import and export. The third, developing district and export hub, duty exemption or remission scheme, EPCG authorization scheme. Sir, all this will be learning, all the 11 chapters which are there, but all the 11 chapters will not be learning in detail. Little will be learning from all the chapters, and our foreign trade policy will get over. Chalo, let's get it started, everyone. The first chapter which is there in our foreign trade policy, the chapter ka name is, so we are basically learning the 11 chapters which are there in the foreign trade policy 2023. Are we all 100% clear till here? I want everyone to give me a heads up. Are we all clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? Yes, sir, we are all clear. Let's go ahead. Now, the legal framework and the trade facilitation. Legal framework and the trade facilitation. Sir, what is the legal framework? Basically, foreign trade policy which is made. It is made under which legal framework? What is the act governing? See, it says legal framework, legal basis of the foreign trade policy. Sir, nothing. Legal framework is the foreign trade policy 2023 is being notified by the central government in exercise of the power which is given under section number 5 of the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act 1992. So the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act which is there 1992 may one section number 5 is there. Section number 5 is basically the legal framework, the legal language is being written over there which helps you in going ahead and making the, basically that has allowed you to make the foreign trade policy. Okay, so legal basis is who allowed you to make the foreign trade policy 2023, section number 5 of the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act. Okay, what is the duration of the foreign trade policy? Earlier the duration of the foreign trade policy used to be 5 years, but now the foreign trade policy has come into effect from 1st of April, and Baba, it will be effective. It will continue to be operational unless otherwise specified or amended. Means government is going ahead and telling, unless we go ahead and amend and say that okay, this foreign trade policy has retired or something, till then it will continue. It means now the foreign trade policy is not for 5 years, it will continue forever. Okay, unless the government decides that we want to amend it or we want to take it back and we want to notify a new one, till then it will continue. The next one, amendment in the foreign trade policy. Baba, central government has the right that central government whenever it wants, it can go ahead and make the amendment in the foreign trade policy by issuing a notification in public interest. Sir, amendments are done how? Amendments are done by issuing a notification in public interest. That's all. Then the next one over here, the handbook of procedure including appendices and ayat niryat form. Basically the handbook of procedure, the rules which are there, which are supporting the foreign trade policy, the ayat niryat form which are there, they are going ahead and telling DGFT will go ahead and issue one public notice and they will notify. Baba, first of all, the act is made always. The foreign trade policy is the main foreign trade policy. Now, to support the foreign trade policy, you need the handbook of procedure. They are telling the DGFT will go ahead and notify the foreign trade policy ke saath the handbook of procedure. They are going ahead and telling DGFT may by means of a public notice notify the handbook of procedure including the appendices, ayat niryat form and amendment thereto. So by public notice, they will go ahead and give the ayat niryat form which are there, the import and export related forms, etc. Specific provision to always prevail over the general provision. Remember one thing, if there is any clash between general provision and specific provision, Baba, always it is settled thing which is always told, that specific provision always prevails over the general provision. Now, sir, the first chapter ka name is legal framework. We understood the legal framework here. Now, the various trade facilitation measures. The various trade facilitation measures which are there, we are going to understand. Trade facilitation and ease of doing business. So now, under the foreign trade policy, what are the various trade facilitation measures which are being implemented? Now, under the foreign trade policy, what are the various trade facilitation? How are they facilitating the trade? How are they facilitating the import and export? They have gone ahead and formed one committee, which is the National Committee on Trade Facilitation. They can ask you a 2-mark question. Please be very careful. What is the National Committee on Trade Facilitation? Sir, now, India has gone ahead and signed, India has ratified, means India has gone ahead and signed the World Trade Organization ka agreement which is there on trade facilitation agreement. So, World Trade Organization ke saath, basically India has gone ahead and signed one trade facilitation agreement in April 2026, and to facilitate the coordination and implementation of that trade facilitation agreement, government have gone ahead and set up one National Committee on Trade Facilitation. Basically, what happened? India has signed one agreement with the World Trade Organization on trade facilitation that, sir, we will go ahead and allow import and export, freely import and export will happen. Basically, trade facilitation agreement has been signed with the World Trade Organization. Now, the trade facilitation agreement, you signed it. Now, whatever was told in the trade facilitation agreement, those things have to be implemented. Now, for implementation, government have gone ahead and set up the National Committee on Trade Facilitation, and that is what is being told. India has signed the with the World Trade Organization Trade Facilitation Agreement in April 2016. Now, the Trade Facilitation Agreement ka whatever the terms, points, etc. were there, in order to implement it, they are going ahead and telling to facilitate coordination and implementation of the trade facilitation provision, an inter-ministerial body. They have gone ahead and set up one body, and the body ka name is National Committee on Trade Facilitation has been constituted. Sir, what is the Trade Facilitation Agreement? Enumerates the 4 pillars. That, sir, there should be transparency, technology should be used, simplification of procedure, and risk-based assessment. Baba, whatever assessment is happening, only risky people ka assessment should happen, procedures should be simplified, infrastructural augmentation, all these are basically trade facilitation agreement ka 4 pillars. Okay, sir. Now, here, this is something which is very important for exam. Please be careful. They are telling National Trade Facilitation Action Plan. So, Baba, National Committee on Trade Facilitation have come. What will be their action plan? They aim to achieve. What is their aim to achieve? They aim to achieve improvement in ease of doing business. Baba, as the name suggests, trade facilitation. So their main work is what? Improvement in ease of doing business through reduction in transaction cost and time. Sir, transaction cost and time they want to reduce. ठीक है. Reduction in cargo release time. Baba, ठीक है, they will not hold the cargo for a longer time. If anyone wants to export or import, they will release that. Their main aim is that the cargo release time, that import and export related cargo should be immediately cleared. It should not be held for a longer time. Paperless regulatory environment. Baba, everything should be paperless. Electronically everything should be done. A transparent and predictable legal regime. Baba, it should not be that I'm importing and exporting, I don't know what will be the rate. Baba, a transparent legal regime should prevail, and that is what the National Trade Facilitation ka main action plan. What are they going to do when now that the National Committee on Trade Facilitation have come? What will be their action plan? What are the various things they are going to do? Please be careful. They can go ahead and ask a 2-mark question. That's it. Their main work will be improvement. People with me? Their main work will be improvement in ease of doing business. Secondly, reduction in cargo release time. Thirdly, paperless regulatory environment. And fourthly, sir, they are going to do what will they achieve? What is their thought plan? What do they want to achieve? They want to achieve a transparent and predictable legal regime. Done, sir. Now, sir, what are the various trade facilitation which have come in customs? Because now these trade facilitation measures have come under foreign trade policy. Because of the various trade facilitation measures under foreign trade policy, what is the impact that has come? Baba, foreign trade policy is being made by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which is there. Now, trade facilitation measures which are being implemented under foreign trade policy, because of that, what are the various trade facilitations which have come under custom? So, sir, in customs you will be able to see 24 bar 7 custom clearances have come, single window in customs have come, single window Swift has been launched. Basically, if you want to import or export, you don't have to go to five places, six places to take clearances from here, drug regulatory authority here, there, etc. Nothing. Single window is launched, you file one bill of entry and all the clearances are given. Next, trade facilitation at custom, e-Sanchit, paperless regulatory environment, paperless clearance environment. Whenever you want to clear your goods, paperless, enabling paperless clearance environment has become now. The next one, Pan India implementation of faceless e-assessment in imports. Sir, Pan India faceless assessment have come. In our customs, we have already learned faceless assessment have come. Then paperless custom initiative, preparation and issuance of electronic document. All this electronic document like shipping bill, etc. is now paperless electronically. You have to go to the IceGate ka website, file your shipping bill, get your clearances, let export order, clearance order, export. All these are being given online. So basically, all these are the various trade facilitation things which have happened at custom also. Then now, trade facilitation, when you are learning about trade facilitation, under trade facilitation you will be able to see that they have gone ahead and launched, India has launched the Authorized Economic Operator program also. India has launched this is the new one, Town of Export Excellence. Basically all these are recognition, status holder ka recognition, all these are various recognition. So if they go ahead and tell you what are the various recognitions which are being provided under custom, number one, Authorized Economic Operator program, AEO program has been launched, and if you become an authorized economic operator, sir, what will be the benefit if I become an authorized economic operator? Baba, if you become an authorized economic operator and if you enroll yourself under the authorized economic operator program, you become a trusted partner of the custom. Indian customs ka trusted partner you become. Sir, if I become Indian customs ka trusted partner, what are the various benefits I'll get? These are the various benefits. See everyone, the authorized economic Authorized Economic Operator program have been implemented by other custom administrations that gives AEO. Sir, what is the AEO? That gives AEO status holder preferential. Number one, what is the benefit you will get? Preferential custom treatment. Baba, when you go to the custom port, if you are a authorized economic operator, sir, you will get preferential. Others will be side. You will be given preferences. Sir, preferential custom treatment will be given in terms of, sir, what is the preferential treatment? In terms of reduced examination. Your goods will not be reduced. Your goods will not be examined. So if you have imported some goods or you want to export some goods, they will not go ahead and examine your goods much. Then faster clearances, quick clearances will be given. They will not check your goods much. They will give you faster clearances. Array, authorized economic operators. Sir, authorized economic operator tier 2 and tier 3 ke liye, they have launched deferred payment facility. Yes, sir, deferred payment facility is there. Clear first, pay later. Then, sir, and other benefits also will be given. There are other benefits also which will be given because you are now a trusted partner of the Indian customs. Okay, sir. Now they have gone ahead and told Indian customs have signed a mutual recognition MRA. It is known as mutual recognition agreement with South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong and US to recognize respective AEO programs to enable trade to get benefit on reciprocal basis. Basically, our people who are enrolled under the Authorized Economic Operator program, they are the trusted partners of Indian custom. Now, if they are going ahead and exporting something or any benefit is required under the Authorized Economic Operator program in South Korea. So basically what they are telling is South Korea mein whoever is the Authorized Economic Operator, they will get some benefits in India, and our Authorized Economic Operators who are enrolled under the AEO programs will get benefit in the respective country. They are telling mutual recognition agreement we have signed. Our AEOs will be recognized over there. Their AEOs will recognize over here, and whatever the AEO program ka benefits will give to our respective people who are basically enrolled under the Authorized Economic Operator. Done, sir. Then they are going ahead and telling, as a step further towards trust-based compliance, Indian Customs have introduced the new ramped-up Authorized Economic Operator program, wherein extensive benefits are given, including greater facilitation, self-certification. Whenever you are importing, you need the certificate of origin. Baba, self-certification ka basis pe, you can say, sir, whatever, many times what happens in customs, you need lot of declarations, etc. All those declarations will be now based on self-certification. Then have been provided to those entities who have demonstrated internal strong system and compliance with the CBIC. Basically, they are going in and telling those people who are doing their compliances properly, they will now become the trusted partner. trusted partner of Indian custom. And whenever you become trusted partner of Indian custom, Baba, tension not, aram se import clearances will be given, export ka clearances will be given quickly. They will not go ahead and hold your cargo for a longer time. Clearances will be given, and that is what is the benefit which is given under the EEO program. And they are telling under the EEO program of the Indian custom, the micro, small and medium sector ka enterprises which are there are also covered. MSMEs are also covered. Next. The next recognition, Baba, the next recognition which is given. So, Baba, what is the AEO program? The AEO program is nothing other than a recognition. So, if I am an authorized economic operator program ke under enrolled person, sir, I become a trusted partner of the Indian custom. And what are the various benefits which are given? Sir, faster custom clearances are given. Now, AEO program which is there, and they are telling your goods will be reduced examination, they will not examine your goods much, etc. is being given. The next is Town of Export Excellence, TEE. Town of Export Excellence is again a recognition. It's again a recognition which is given that there are certain towns, they have gone ahead and realized that there are some certain towns which are there. Now these towns are going ahead and exporting in way good manner, means they are exporting lot of items are being exported by them, and they are export excellence ka town. So they are going ahead and telling we will give them a star, we will give them a town of export excellence ka recognition. So if one town is being given as a town of export excellence ka recognition, they will be giving lot of benefits. Government will be giving lot of benefits to that TEE, town of export excellence. Sir, can you tell us what are the various towns of export excellence? See, I'll show you over here. Town of export excellence. 1 minute. See, quick. See, they have gone ahead and told these are the various towns of export excellence which are there. See, for an example, Tirupur, they have told in Tamil Nadu, Hosiery, then Ludhiana, Punjab, woolen knitwears, theek hai. Then Kerala mein handlooms, Kunnur handlooms, then so all these are basically the town of export excellence which are there, and they are going ahead and telling. So basically, if a town has been given a town of export excellence, what is the objective of government to give town of export excellence ka recognition to a town? They are telling the objective is development and growth of export production centers. Means they are realizing that these are export production centers which are there. These towns are town of export excellence. A number of towns have emerged as a dynamic industrial cluster. Means that town is a cluster. Sir, for an example, Ludhiana, they are telling woolen items which are there are being exported a lot from here. So they are telling they are contributing handsomely to India's export. It is necessary to grant recognition to this industrial cluster with a view to maximize their potential. Baba, tell me one thing. If you are given recognition, don't you feel proud of yourself? So in the same way, they are going ahead and telling we will recognize those towns. And now, once we go ahead and recognize those towns, it is necessary to grant recognition to this industrial cluster with a view to maximize their potential and enable them to move up in the value chain and also to tap new markets. So basically what will happen is whenever a town will be given a town of export excellence ka recognition, that town will be given a lot of benefits that sir, you can tap this market internationally, this market can be tapped. Government will provide lot of support to them. The next one over here is sir, selected town which are producing 750 crore or more may be notified as town of export excellence. What is the amount you have to go ahead and export? They are telling 750 crore or more may be notified based on potential for growth in export. However, for town of export excellence in handloom, handicraft, it will not be 750 crore. It will be agriculture and fishery sector. The threshold limit would be 150 crore. Okay, sir. The following facilities will be provided. So if you are a town of export excellence, government is telling we will provide you these facilities. Number one, recognized association of unit will be provided financial assistance. Government will provide financial assistance under the MAI scheme. Government ka scheme it is on priority basis for export promotion project, for marketing. Basically they will provide over here financial assistance, so that on priority basis they will provide you for export promotion projects, for marketing, capacity building and technological services, whatever benefits are required, basically financial assistance will be provided by the government. And they are telling common service provider in this area shall be entitled for authorization under the EPCG scheme. EPCG scheme is Export Promotion Capital Goods Scheme. Now under the EPCG scheme, if you need some capital goods, so they are going ahead and telling we will provide you authorization under the capital goods. EPCG authorization will go ahead and provide. So basically, supposingly, if I go ahead and tell you that Ludhiana is there, Ludhiana is a town of export excellence. Now they are going ahead and telling we will go ahead and provide them recognition. Now if a town has been given a town of export excellence ka recognition, the exporters over there, they will get the financial assistance from the government. They want to import some capital goods without payment of any duty so that they can make better product. So the government is telling we will give you EPCG authorization also, export promotion capital goods ke liye authorization also will be going ahead and giving it to you. Sir, EPCG authorization, we'll be talking about EPCG authorization a little later. The next one. The next recognition is status holder ka recognition. Sir, what is a status holder recognition? Status holder recognition is basically they are going ahead and telling if some people who are going ahead and exporting a lot and earning lot of foreign currency, government is telling we will give them stars, that they are status holder, they are given stars. So now if I have more stars, it means I am a bigger status holder. The status holders are given lot of benefit. We'll be talking about the status holder ka benefit later, but first let's read about the status holder recognition certificate. The objective behind certifying certain export firms as status holder is to recognize such export firm as business leaders. These are business leaders who have excelled in international trade. They have excelled, they are doing hugely in international trade and have successfully contributed to countries' financial foreign trade. Means they are contributing to countries' foreign trade a huge amount. Basically, they are going ahead and exporting hugely. That's all they are trying to tell. Status holders, Baba, the more foreign currency you earn, the more status is given. That's all. Status holders are expected to not only contribute to India's export, they are not only expected to contribute to India's export, but also provide guidance and hand-holding to new entrepreneurs. They are basically, you know what they are telling over here? They are telling that whoever are the status holders, no, they have to provide training to some new exporters who are there, so that this hand-holding should be done, so that those exporters also learn how to go ahead and export. So they are telling they are not only export houses who are basically given status holder ka recognition are only not expected to export on foreign currency. No, they are also expected that they should go ahead and help new entrepreneurs also. All exporters of goods, services and technology having an import-export code. Who are the people who will get status holder ka recognition? Who are having import-export code number on the date of application shall be eligible for recognition as a status holder. So, power, if you want to become a status holder, you should have an import-export code. Based on export performance, you will be given recognition. They are going ahead and telling an applicant may be categorized as a status holder on achieving the threshold export performance in the current year plus preceding 3 financial year as indicated below. Means you should be earning in the current year and 3 preceding year. You should have gone ahead and earned $3 million. $3 million, Baba, 3 million. 1 million is 10 lakh. It means 30 lakh. US dollar you should have gone ahead and earned. Only then you will be given 1-star status holder. Take care, sir. Then if I have gone ahead and earned in the current year plus the last 3 years, you should go ahead and see 2-star you will be given if you have gone ahead and earned $15 million. $15 million. Okay. Then, sir, I should have earned in the current year and the last 3 years put together $50 million. Then, Baba, I'll be given 3-star. If I have earned $200 million, then I'll be given 4-star. If I have earned $800 million, then I'll be given 5-star export house ka recognition. Baba, remember one thing. What is a status holder? The status holder is nothing other than those people who have excelled in the foreign trade, and government is going ahead and telling we are giving you stars. Nothing. The people who make good exports, they are being given stars, sir. Export performance, how will they go ahead and check? They will check in the current year plus the last 3 years. You have to go ahead and see if you have done $3 million, then you will be given 1-star. $15 million, then you will be given 2-star. $50 million, then you will be given 3-star. $200 million, then you will be given 4-star. And $800 million, then you will be given 5-star over there. And they are going ahead and telling, however, for gems and jewelry sector, if you are an exporter of gems and jewelry sector, the performance threshold during the current year and preceding 2 years will be seen. They are telling gems and jewelry sector may current year plus the preceding 2 year, they will see the export performance. If it is 3 million US dollar, 1 star. People with me again over here, 3 million, 15 million, 50 million, 200 million and 800 million US dollar. Remember one thing. Done, sir. Now this is very important from exam point of view. Please remember this. Okay, next. And the export performance shall be counted on the basis of FOB of the export earnings. So sir, whatever you go ahead and export, the export ka FOB will be seen. And sir, the FOB is 3 million US dollar in the current year plus the last 3 years. Normally, gems and jewelry sector mein current year plus the last 2 years will be seen. And 3 million US dollar, 15 million US dollar, 50, 200 and 800 million US dollar if you have gone and earned, Baba, respectively, the status holder will be given the status. Okay. So they are going ahead and telling the performance shall be counted on the basis of FOB of the export earnings in freely convertible foreign currency or in INR. Basically, your exports ka FOB value will be seen. Then, sir, deemed export. What do you mean by deemed export, everyone? I hope you guys remember that, sir, in deemed export, in GST, we had gone ahead and learned wherein your goods don't leave India. Wherein your goods don't leave India, but still, those exports are known as deemed exports. So, for an example, if there is a person who is an advance authorization holder or he is an EPCG authorization holder, Baba, deemed export we'll be learning about in detail over here. We'll be learning in detail what are classified as deemed exports. See, in customs, deemed export, chapter number 7 is there. Sir, what are the various deemed export? Listen, in GST, there are deemed export, only 4 categories are there. Advance authorization holder ko if you are supplying, that is deemed export. If you are supplying to EPCG authorization holder, that is deemed export. If you are supplying to EOU, that is deemed export over there. Yes, sir, we remember this. We had gone ahead and learned bank or bank is supplying gold to a person who is holding an advance authorization. That is also deemed export. We had learned in GST. Now, GST wala deemed export will not be applicable over here. Here in customs, they have gone in FTP, they have gone ahead and told what are the things that will be classified as deemed export. Listen to me very carefully. So they are telling, if you have gone ahead, people, how will we count this 3 million US dollar? How will we count? They are telling the FOB value will be seen. If you are going ahead and exporting, the FOB value will be seen. Okay, sir, plus if I am going ahead and supplying to a person who is holding an advance authorization, then whatever I am supplying to him, of that, the free on road value will be seen, and this too total has to be seen in the current year and the last 3 year. If it is 3 million US dollar, 1 star will be given, 15, 50, 200 and 800. I hope this point is clear. Remember one thing, the FOB value of the export will be seen, and FOR value of deemed export category means when you are supplying in India only. Sir, what is deemed export? See, it refers to those transactions where goods are supplied do not live in country. It means you are supplying to a person who is holding an advance authorization. Ultimately, he is going to export only, no? So, your supply, government is terming as deemed export. So, what they are telling is, even though the goods don't leave India, means you are supplying to this person, even though goods are not leaving India, and payment for the supply might be received in INR or it can be received in foreign currency. Doesn't matter, even if you have received INR. Supply of goods as specified in the foreign trade policy shall be regarded as deemed export, provided goods are manufactured in India. So if this guy has manufactured the goods in India and he has done certain category of supplies, those category of supplies will be known as deemed export supply. And they are telling, when you are going ahead and calculating this 3 million US dollar, you should consider, number one, if I have actually gone ahead and exported, that value, plus if I have gone ahead and supplied. So if I have gone ahead and me only, this is me only. Okay? If I have gone ahead and exported, the FOB value of my actual export, and if I have supplied to a person who is in India only, but ultimately this category of supplies, then they are going ahead and telling those are deemed export ka supplies, and that will also be taken into calculation when you are calculating that 3 million US dollar. Did you guys get this point? Can we go ahead, everyone? Quickly give me a heads up. Are we clear with this point? Quickly comment and tell me, yes sir, clear. Can I go ahead? Yes, sir. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. Now, what are the category of supply which will be considered as deemed export? It means even if my goods are not living in India, but still those goods will be considered as deemed export ka supply. Means even if I am supplying in India only, but that will be considered as deemed export. And $3 million when I am calculating, I will be considering that item ka FOR value. ठीक है sir? Here everyone. Supply of goods against advance authorization. So if one person is there, I am going ahead and supplying to a person, and this person has advance authorization, okay, or he has advance authorization for annual requirement, or he has duty free import authorization. All these authorizations के बारे में I will be talking about. ठीक है sir? Then if you are supplying goods to a unit located in EOU, Software Technology Park, Biotechnology Park, EHTP. So if I am supplying to a person who is holding an advance authorization, duty free import authorization, if I am supplying to a person basically who is an EOU or Software Technology Park, Biotechnology Park, Electronic Hardware Technology Park, then Baba, my supply will be considered as deemed export. Then they are going ahead and telling supply of goods against EPCG authorization. One person is there, he has an export promotion capital goods ka authorization. If I am supplying to a person who is holding an export promotion capital goods authorization, okay, then supply of goods to project financed by multilateral or bilateral agencies. If I am supplying to projects which are financed by multilateral or bilateral agencies, people, we are not getting into details in this because from exam point of view also we have to study. I'm trying my best so that we can go ahead and cover the maximum in limited time, because it is going to come only for 5 to 6 marks. I'm not getting too much into detail also. Okay, sir? Done. Next. Then basically those funds as notified by the Department of Economic Affairs, if you are going ahead and contributing to multilateral or bilateral agencies, that will also be considered as deemed export. If you are going ahead and supplying an installation of goods and equipment to projects which are financed by multilateral or bilateral agencies, that is also deemed export. If you are supplying to mega power project, that is also deemed export. Sir, if you are supplying goods to United Nations or international organization for their official use, that is also considered a deemed export. If you are supplying of goods to nuclear project, that will also be considered as deemed export. So people, listen to me very carefully. If I have actually gone ahead and exported from India outside India, that FOB value will be taken. And if I have gone ahead and supplied in India deemed export, then Baba, that ka FOR value, free on road value, will be taken. And Baba, this total you have to go ahead and see. And if the total in the current year and the preceding 3 year is $3 million, you get 1 star. Sir, if it is $15 million, then you get 2 star. $50 million, 3 star. All these things have been told. See over here. FOR value of the export. So, sir, of FOR value of the export shall be converted in US dollar at the exchange rate notified by CBIC as applicable on 1st of April in each financial year. So, FOR value will be taken as, and this FOR value will be in INR. Sir, how to convert? You have to convert into US dollar, taking the exchange rate which is notified by the CBIC on 1st of April. So, whatever is the rate told by the CBIC on 1st of April, accordingly, FOR value will be converted into US dollar. Okay? For granting the status, an export performance would be necessary in all the 3 preceding financial year, means current year plus this 3 preceding financial year ka export performance is seen. So, all the 3 years mein you should have export performances done. And Baba, gems and jewelry sector mein to you see current year and the last 2 years. Then, sir, what are the benefits or privileges which are given to status holder? Very, very important from exam point of view. 3 marks ke liye they can go ahead and ask. Please listen. Sir, what are the privileges given to status holder? Number 1, a status holder shall be eligible for privileges and under number 1, authorization and custom clearance for import and export may be granted on self-declaration basis. Baba, you don't have to go ahead and take declaration. You don't have to take authorization here, run clearances ke liye, nothing. You can give self-declaration, and they are telling whenever any authorization is required, any clearances are required, self-declaration ka basis pe also you can get your goods cleared. You don't have to run to the DGFT office and take authorization, not required. You can give self-declaration basis pe also authorization and custom clearances can be given. Next, input-output norm may be fixed on priority basis within 60 days by the norms committee. Special scheme in respect of input-output norm to be notified by DGFT from time to time for specified status holder. Sir, what is this input-output norm? SION. You have to understand SION, standard input-output norm. Listen to me very carefully. For an example, I went to the DGFT and I told them, sir, I want to go ahead and export 1 lakh shirts. I want to go ahead and export 1 lakh shirts ka export order I have. then Baba DGFT will give you an advance authorization. People listen to me very carefully. I'm explaining you what is standard input output norm. Okay. You went to DGFT office and told them, sir, I have an order of 1 lakh shirts, sir. Please give me an advance authorization that, sir, I can import raw material which is required for making the shirt. I will import the raw material. Out of this, I will make the shirt, 1 lakh shirt, and I am going to export, sir. Please allow me to import the raw material without payment of any custom duty, because ultimately I am going to export only, no, sir. When I export, if I pay custom duty now, later when I export, you have to give me duty drawback under custom. Why take the headache of me paying now, later you giving me duty drawback, sir? Let's do one thing. I will not pay any duty at the time of import, and I will export the goods. I will make the final product and I will export. So government gives you advance authorization. Here, whenever government gives you advance authorization, basically it's a license to import without payment of any duty. Okay, without payment of any duty. Now I have 1 lakh shirts ka order. 1 lakh shirts to make, output is 1 lakh shirt. 1 lakh shirt to make, how much input will be required? How much input will be allowed to me duty free? I don't have to pay any duty, and how much input I can import. That is known as standard input output norm. Standard input output norm ka one book is there. In that they have gone ahead and told, for an example, you have to make one shirt. One shirt ke liye 1 meter cloth will be applied. 1 meter cloth will be required. They are telling for standard output, one shirt, you need 1 meter cloth. So they are going ahead and telling over here, 1 lakh shirt ke liye, can you tell me DGFT will give you license for how much meter of cloth? 1 lakh meter clothes ka authorization will be given. That's what they are going ahead and telling. If you are a status holder, no, they are going ahead and telling, supposingly you imported some item, you want to import some item, but for that standard input output norm is not given. Baba, if standard input output norm is not there, how will you know how much you can import duty free? So they are going ahead and telling standard input and output norm will be fixed by the committee. So input output norm may be fixed on priority basis. You can go to the norm committee and say, sir, I am a status holder. I want to export this item. To export this item, I want duty-free import. But duty-free import, how much I can import without payment of any duty? For that, standard input-output norm is not there. So, Baba, norm committee will fix the standard input-output norm for you on priority basis within 60 days. Next, exemption from furnishing of bank guarantee. You don't have to furnish bank guarantees. Exemption from compulsory negotiation of document. Basically what happens whenever you are importing or exporting, in that scenario bank ko lot of documents have to be given. All those documents say exemption will be given. Then 2-star and above export house shall be able to establish export warehouses as per the Department of Revenue. Baba, custom warehouse, you can establish your custom warehouse if you are 2-star and above export houses. Then the status holder would be entitled to preferential treatment. Baba, you will be given preferential treatment. Then and priority in handling of their consignment, import and export related consignments which are there for the status holder, quick clearances will be given. Then status holder shall also be entitled to export freely exportable item including gems and jewelry, articles of gold and precious metal on free of cost basis. Baba, they can export with samples also on free of cost basis for export promotion, but subject to an annual limit of rupees 1 crore or 2% of the average annual export realization during the preceding 3 license year. Whatever you have realized in the 3 license year, preceding 3 license year, of that 2%, so they are telling over here 1 crore rupees or 2% of the average annual export realization in the 3 license year. Means the 3 license years which are there, preceding 3 license year mein, how much was the export realization, average export realization of that 2% will be allowed to you, or 1 crore, whichever is lower, that much you can go ahead and export freely. No tension at all. Samples, etc. If you want to export, you can go ahead and export. Baba, remember this for your exam purpose. Very, very important. What are the various privileges which are given to status holder? Next. Now, first chapter mein, if you go ahead and see, we are still learning the first chapter. First chapter mein we learned about the legal framework. We learned about the various trade facilitation. Trade facilitation mein, number 1, National Committee for Trade Facilitation has been constituted. Number 2, trade facilitation mein they are giving recognition. Authorized economic operator recognition. Towns of export excellence has been recognized. Status holder recognition has been given. Other than that also, if you see, there are many other trade facilitations which are an ease of doing business measures which are being implemented under the foreign trade policy. Number 1, Free passage will be given to export consignment. They will not stop any export consignment. No seizure of export related stock. Export related stock will never be seized because export is very important. So they are telling under foreign trade policy, free, no seizure of export related goods, export of perishable agricultural products which are there, they will try that, sir, because these are perishable goods, that should be able to export it quickly. Then Niryat Bandhu means export friend. Niryat means export and Bandhu, export related friend. Niryat Bandhu, basically they are launching a hand holding scheme for new export import entrepreneurs. Okay? Then DGFT online portal has come. That is also trade facilitation and ease of doing business only. Now, if you want advance authorization, you can go online over here, DGFT ka portal which is there, and you can apply over here. Array, this website to today, no. See, if you go to the DGFT ka website, where is DGFT? See, services, you can apply for advance authorization, DFIA authorization, EPCG authorization, all this you can apply online only. Okay, next. Issue of IEC, sir, electronic IEC, e-IEC they are telling. Now, if you want your IEC, see over here, here only. Register for IEC, online you can go ahead and take IEC. These are the various trade facilitation which is being provided under foreign trade policy. Then online facility for registration cum membership certificate, registration certificate. Baba, this registration cum membership certificate little later I will be talking about. Next, online facilitation for certificate of origin. Baba, basically if you are going ahead and getting your goods, or you are getting your goods from a preferential nation, then you need a certificate of origin. All this certificate of origin, etc. If you want to generate online, Baba, online generation can be done. Online facilitation for quality control and trade dispute. IT initiative, information technology is now used by the DGFT. 24/7 help desk facility has been launched. All these are the various state facilitation measures which are being implemented under the foreign trade policy. Now, let's go to the next chapter, the chapter number 2 over here. Now we are going to foreign trade policy mein chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 talks about general provision relating to import and export. Import and export related general provision. Number 1. This is very, very important from exam point of view. Please be careful. Import export code. They can go ahead and tell you, write a short note on import export code. Number 1. Sir, an import export code, nothing. Your PAN number which is there, no. Supposingly my PAN number is CCBPS 7777S. If this is my PAN number over here, this is a 10-digit number. They are telling your PAN only will be notified as your export import code. You can use your PAN number only as the import export code over here. So they are going ahead and telling an import export code is a 10-digit alphanumeric number allotted to an entity and is mandatory for undertaking import and export. Whenever you want to import and export, you need an IEC code with a view to maintain the unique identity of an entity. Consequent upon introduction and implementation of GST, IEC shall be the same and PAN. Baba, they are going ahead and telling IEC will be the same as the PAN number. Okay? And that shall be separately issued by the DGFT based on online application. So, sir, can I normally use my PAN number as my import export code? No. You have to go online and make an application to the DGFT. Application you have to file to the DGFT, and then they will say, okay, your PAN number only you can use as your import export code. Then they are telling no export or import shall be made by a person without obtaining import export code unless specifically exempted. Unless there is a special exemption which has been given, always import export code ke liye, you need your import export code. For export of services or technology, import export code shall be necessary on the date of rendering the service for availing all the benefits under foreign trade policy. So if you are an exporter of service, on the date of providing of service, you should have the import export code. Only then whatever the benefits are given under foreign trade policy, like status holder ka benefit, etc. Status holder ka benefit is given only if you have the import export code, IEC code. So they are going in and telling on the date of export of service, you should have the import export code if you want the benefits under the foreign trade policy. The next one, exempt category and corresponding permanent IECs are given in the handbook of procedure. They have gone ahead and told what are the categories which will be exempted from obtaining IEC code, etc. They have gone ahead and told in the handbook of procedure. Okay, sir. Okay. Application process for IEC and updation for IEC is completely online. I have just now showed it to you with requisite fees and document, and IEC generated by an applicant as per the procedure, and IEC should be always generated as told in the handbook of procedure. Okay, sir. An IEC holder is to ensure that the details in its IEC is updated electronically every year. Sir, once I took the IEC, lifetime valid. Baba, lifetime valid, but after 1 year gets over, every year you have to go online and you have to, if any details are to be updated, you have to update. They are going ahead and telling during April to June. In case there is no change also, there is no updation also, still in IEC detail, same needs to be confirmed online. It means once the IEC is given, it is not that lifetime it will be valid. Every year you have to online go and validate that, sir, these details are correct only, or if there is any changes, you have to go ahead and make those changes every year from April to June. An IEC shall be deactivated if it is not updated within the prescribed period. The prescribed period is every year, April to June. You have to go in and go online and update your IEC code. If you don't do it, they are going ahead and telling your IEC will be deactivated. An IEC so deactivated may be activated on successful updation. When you go online and update it later, they are telling your IEC will be updated. This would, however, be without prejudice to any other action taken for violation of any other provision. Next. So in your exam, they can ask you a 2 marks question. Please be very careful. What is an import export code? Next. The next one over here is they can ask you what are the various mandatory document for import and export. Remember the mandatory document for export from India. So if you are going in and exporting from India, there are only 3 mandatory documents which are there. Number 1, your bill of lading. Bill of lading if you are exporting by ship. Sir, airway bill number if you are exporting by air. Lorry receipt number or railway receipt number or postal receipt. ठीक है. Number 1 is your bill of lading, airway bill number, lorry receipt number, railway receipt. Those things are important. ठीक है. Number 1. Number 2, you should have the invoice. Come packing list. What is a packing list? Baba, packing list is nothing other than in this container. What I am exporting this container. In this container, what are the items which are packed is known as a packing list. ठीक है. And the third thing, shipping bill or bill of export. When you are going in and exporting, you should always have shipping bill or bill of export in case of land. And sir, postal bill of export when you are exporting by post. So these are the 3 mandatory documents which are required when you are going ahead and making export. Sir, if I am going ahead and importing, then what are the mandatory document required? Mandatory document required for import of goods into India. Number 1, same thing. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. And the last one, when you are exporting, you don't need shipping bill, you need a bill of export. Same thing has been told over here. 3 documents for import and 3 documents for export. Next. Now this principles of restriction which is there, no? Last to last time this amendment had come. What are the principles of restriction? But last time, this time now when the ICA has gone ahead and released its statutory update material, in this the foreign trade policy mein these principles are being deleted. They have not gone ahead and told, and hence I had gone ahead and given thinking that the ICA will go ahead and give what are the principles of restriction. Means when government of India is telling that this item will be restricted, this item will be restricted, what are the various principles to be kept in mind? Sir, government will see those items should only be restricted which are of shortage. Those items should be restricted which are of national importance, which government doesn't want to export. So what are the various principles of restriction? But because they have not gone ahead and given in your ICA material this time, I am not teaching you. If you want, you guys can read it once. That's all. Next. Very, very important from exam point of view. What is a state trading enterprise? Let's go ahead and quickly understand what is a state trading enterprise. State trading enterprise, nothing. Baba, tell me one thing. I want to go ahead and import petrol. Can I import petrol ka 1 container, put it in my basement, and every day when I'm filling petrol in my bike, I can fill petrol? Baba, if I want to import gold, can I go ahead and import gold just like that? No. They have gone ahead and set up state trading enterprises. I will go ahead and show you over here. State trading enterprises. Sir, what is a state trading? 1 minute, I'll show you. State trading enterprises. There are various state trading enterprises in India. See, like Food Corporation of India, State Trading Corporation, Indian Oil Corporation. So oil can be imported through Indian Oil Corporation, Bharat Petroleum. So Baba, all these are the state trading corporations which are there. 1 minute. If you want to import, see, if you want to import, Okay. Anyways, come here. Now it says over here, see, I have given over here only examples of state trading enterprises. Food Corporation of India. You want to import or export wheat, etc. Then it should be done through the Food Trading Corporation. Minerals and Metal Trading Corporation. Baba, gold you want to import, you have to do through the MMTC. Oil you have to import, then you have to do only through the Indian Oil Corporation. So they have gone ahead and told government will notify state trading enterprises, and whenever you want to go ahead and do import and export of certain item which are specifically told Sir, which are the goods which are specifically told that you can import or export only through state trading enterprises? 1 minute, I'll show you over here. When you go over here in the regulation, you will be able to see. 1 minute. Today the website is not working properly. Okay. See, you will be able to see what items you can import or export only through the state trading enterprises. Those import or export of those items can only be done through the state trading enterprises. So whatever in the ITC-HS, when you go ahead and see, if supposingly there is an item, wheat, and they have told over there on the right side that, sir, it can be imported or exported only through the state trading enterprise, then you have to import or export only through the Food Corporation of India. So if you want to import wheat, you have to go to the state, the Food Corporation of India and say, sir, I want to import wheat. Then Baba, they will import and give it to you. That's what they are going ahead and telling, that, sir, state trading enterprises are nothing other than governmental and non-governmental enterprises, including marketing board. They are marketing boards which deal with goods for export and import. Any goods import and export of which is governed through exclusively or special privileges which are granted to state trading enterprises may be imported or exported only through state trading enterprise as per the condition in the ITC-HS. I just now showed you the ITC-HS. In the ITC-HS, they have gone ahead and told over here what are the item. If you see over here, this is not opening today. State trading enterprises, if you go ahead and click over here, you will be able to see what are the item that can be imported only through the state trading enterprises. And if your item which you want to import or export is told through the state trading enterprises, then import and export of that item can be only done through the STE. Done, sir. Next. They are telling such STEs shall make any purchase or sale involving import and export solely in accordance with commercial consideration, including price, quantity, availability, marketability, transportation, and other condition of purchase and sale in a non-discriminatory manner. They should not discriminate between anyone and shall afford enterprises of other countries adequate opportunity in accordance with customary business practices to compete for participation for such purchase or sale. Baba, they should make sure that supposingly Indian Oil Corporation is the only entity, they are going ahead and telling they can import petrol, for an example. So Baba, they should go ahead and provide opportunity, equal opportunities. For an example, Iran is there, Iraq is there, Dubai is there, Saudi is there. So from all those countries, they should provide all the countries to demonstrate equal opportunities should be given, so that all the countries say whichever country is providing it at a cheaper price, they should take it from, procure from that country. That's all they are trying to tell. DGFT may, however, grant. Reliance went to DGFT and they told we want to import petrol. We don't want to do it through Indian Oil Corporation. Then our DGFT has the power that DGFT may grant an authorization to any other entity to import or export any of the goods notified for exclusive trading through state trading enterprises. It means if I go and tell DGFT that, sir, please give me a permission that I want to go ahead and import this item, petrol. It is only told through state trading enterprises, but please allow me, then they can go ahead and allow you also. And some examples of state trading enterprises I have given over here. That's all. Exam may 1, 2 to 3 mark, a small note can come. Please remember this. Next. The next one over here is import of samples. Sir, what do you mean by import of samples? Sir, I want to go ahead and import some sample. Can I go ahead and do that? It says over here, no authorization. You don't have to. What is an authorization? Authorization is a license which you have to take from the Director General of Foreign Trade that I want to import. No authorization will be required for import of bona fide technical. Bona fide means for which you have given a true declaration. Bona fide technical and trade sample of item restricted under the ITC-HS. Baba, in here you will see some items are being restricted. For these restricted items also, they are going ahead and telling you don't need any license, you don't need any authorization if it is import of samples. Otherwise, restricted items के लिए always you need authorization. But if it is import of sample, you don't need any authorization. They are telling no authorization shall be required for import of bona fide technical and trade sample of items which are restricted except defense and security item. Baba, defense and security item के लिए you will need an authorization. And they are telling except defense and security items, seeds, bees, new drugs, samples. Okay. All these 3 items which they have told, defense and security item, then seeds, bees and new drugs. For this you will need an authorization. These are restricted and import of sample also will be under authorization. Otherwise, normal import of samples, even if, Baba, see, those items, there are 4 category of item. One is freely importable, one is restricted, one is prohibited, and one is state trading enterprises. So whenever you go and see your ITC-HS, means every item ke liye against every HSN code, they have told whether this item can be imported freely. If this item is restricted freely, then no tension. Import and export, aram se, no tension. Restricted means you will need a license from the DGFT office. Only then you can import or export. Prohibited means you can't import or export only. You can't do it. And state trading enterprises means those items like petrol, wheat, gold, all these items can be imported or exported only through state trading enterprises. Done, sir? Point is clear. Now they are going ahead and telling, even though an item, freely importable item ka to sample you can import, no tension. Even though an item is restricted, but they are going ahead and telling you don't need a license, you can import samples without any license. That is what they are telling. Samples of tea not exceeding 2000 CIF in one consignment shall be allowed without an authorization by any person connected with the tea industry. If you are a person with the tea industry, how much sample you can import? 2000 rupees ka CIF. Then duty free import of sample, duty free, you don't have to pay any duty, only up to rupees 3 lakh for all exporters shall be allowed as per the terms and condition of the custom notification. They are telling duty free, all the importers can import how much? Samples up to rupees 3 lakh. ठीक है सर, सैंपल्स का वैल्यू शुड बी अप टू 3 lakh rupees. Now, sir, can I import everything as gift? Gift. What people used to do is, people used to import iPhone, sir, given by my brother, gift. They are telling over here, import of gift, including those purchased through e-commerce portal, through post or courier. Actually, what was happening? For an example, I will tell you, Alibaba ka website is there. Alibaba ka website se lot of goods were coming into India. People used to say, I am importing this. They used to put Alibaba ka website mein they used to purchase, and it used to come as gift. So they have gone ahead and told over here that import of goods, including those purchased through e-commerce portal from outside India, through post or courier, where your custom clearance is sought as gift, is prohibited. It is prohibited. They are telling you can't go ahead and say it is gift and clear without payment of any duty. No, they are telling except for life-saving drug. Life-saving drugs you can go ahead and clear, saying sir it is gift, and sir medicines, whichever is the life-saving. So for an example, my brother is saying someone's brother is staying in US, and US mein one drug is there which is a life-saving drug. Baba, life-saving drug you can import and you can clear it as gift also. And they are telling, and Rakhi, but not gift relating to Rakhi. All these item, other than this, whatever items you are importing, if you are telling imported as gift, they are telling still you have to clear on payment of duty only. Explanation: import of gift, import of goods at gift with payment of full applicable duty is always allowed, but without payment of any duty they will not allow you. But without payment of duty they will allow you if it is a life-saving drug or medicine, life-saving. Okay, and if it is Rakhi, not gift relating to Rakhi. The next one over here is authorization is not a right. Baba, remember one thing. Authorization is not a right. Ram went and applied for an authorization, for a license. Might be you are importing one restricted item, and you went to the DGFT and you told that sir, this restricted item I want to go ahead and import. DGFT went ahead and told this is a restricted item, I will not give you the authorization. If they don't give you the authorization, you can't go ahead and say, sir, authorization is my birthright, I should get authorization. No. Authorization, no person shall claim authorization as a right, and DGFT or the regional authorities, Baba DGFT ka subdivisions are regional authorities, shall have the power to refuse to grant or renew the same in accordance with the provision of the Foreign Trade Development and Regulation Act or rules made under the foreign trade policy. They are going ahead and telling, if you want an authorization, you can go to the DGFT. If DGFT wants, they will give it to you. If they reject, you can't do anything about it. You can't go ahead and say, I must be given authorization, I have a right. No. DGFT holds the right to give you or not give you authorization. That's our point is clear. Now, the next one over here is provision relating to export goods. Baba, provision relating to export goods may denomination of export contract. This denomination of export contract which is there, last time it was introduced wherein they had gone ahead and provided it in detail. But this time, when you go ahead and see over here in your foreign trade policy ka document which has been issued by the ICI, in this, what I will show you over here, they have gone ahead and provided one two-liner point about it. Here, denomination of export contracts they have gone ahead and just provided 2 lines over here. So I'll go ahead and quickly explain it to you. See over here, you can remember all the export contract, they are telling all the export contract and invoices, whenever you are going ahead and exporting, all your export contract and invoices shall be denominated either in freely convertible currency, for an example, dollar or INR, but export proceeds should always be realized in foreign convertible currency. They are telling always the export should always be realized in foreign convertible currency. But you know what? Now India is promoting Indian rupees. Modi government is going ahead and promoting the Indian rupees over here, and hence they have gone ahead and told invoicing, payment and settlement of export and import has also been made permissible now. So they are going ahead and telling denomination of export contract. Earlier it used to say that denomination of export contract, now also it is there that it should be either in freely convertible currency, means dollar, pounds, etc., or it can be in INR also. And now they are telling over here invoicing, payment and settlement of export and import have also been permitted in Indian rupees, and accordingly if you want to do settlement of trade transaction in INR, that may also take place through special Vostro account opened by authorized dealer bank in India. Okay, sir. So now they have gone ahead and told, but till here you can remember, that's all. They have gone ahead and told earlier what used to happen. If you want to go ahead and export, you have to go ahead and make your contract only in foreign currency. Okay? Now they are going ahead and telling invoicing, payment, settlement, everything can be done in Indian rupees also. See, invoicing, payment and settlement of export and import has been made permissible in the Indian rupees also, and that is why you will see Russia say India is purchasing oil in Indian rupees. Baba, all those things are being told over here. Not very important from exam point of view. Now, Export Promotion Council. This website is not working. Otherwise, I would have shown you over here. 1 minute. We'll try once again. If you see over here, these are the various export promotion council. Everyone over here, see, these are the various export promotion councils which are there. Okay? Sir, what is an export promotion council? Actually, Government of India, in Ministry of Commerce, there are various export promotion councils which are being set up. See, like Council for Leather Export. So, if you are an exporter of leather and if you want, people listen to me very carefully, if you are an exporter of leather and if you want the various benefits under the foreign trade policy, you have to go enroll yourself under the Council for Leather Exports. Okay? Sir, I am an exporter of supposedly cashew. Then Baba, you have to register yourself under the Export Promotion Council. This is Cashew Export Promotion Council. So if you register yourself under the Export Promotion Council, you will be eligible for various benefits under the foreign trade policy. And these Export Promotion Councils are nothing other than entities which are being set up by the government. See over here, recognition of Export Promotion Council as registering authorities. They register people. The Export Promotion Councils are being set up by the government for every item. You will see over here lot of items ke liye Export Promotion Council, Plastic Export Promotion Council, Pharmaceutical Export Promotion Council, Indian Oil ka Seed Export Promotion Council, then Services Export Promotion Council. So they are going ahead and telling over here that Export Promotion Councils are organizations of exporter. They are set up with the objective to promote and develop Indian exports. So, Baba, Indian exports ko development and promotion ke liye Export Promotion Councils are being set up. Each council is responsible for promotion of particular group of product, project or service. Just now I showed it to you. Sir, each council, now Export Promotion Council for cashew, what will they do? They will identify which are the various market where India can go ahead and export cashews. So Baba, Export Promotion Council ka main work is to promote that item ka export. Then EPCs are also eligible to function as regional authorities to issue registration cum membership certificate to its member. So if I am an exporter of cashew and I go to the Export Promotion Council, they will give me a RCMC, registration cum membership certificate. And what is a registration cum membership certificate? RCMC is a certificate evidencing registration of an exporter as a member of any Export Promotion Council. For an example, Apparels Export Promotion Council, Engineers Export Promotion Council, Spices ka Export Promotion Council mein, if I register myself, then I will get an RCMC certificate. Done. Then any person applying for an authorization applying for an authorization to import or export under the foreign trade policy, whenever you are applying for import or export under the foreign trade policy, shall be required to provide the RCMC certificate given by the competent authority, given by the Export Promotion Council, in accordance with the procedure specified in the handbook of procedure, unless specifically exempted under the foreign trade policy. So whenever you are going ahead and importing or exporting supposedly cashews, you have to give your registration cum membership certificate as an importer or exporter registered with the Cashew Export Promotion Council. So basically they are going ahead and telling any person who is applying for an authorization. So if you are going ahead and applying for a authorization, sir, I want a license. So Baba, whenever you are applying for an authorization, then you will need the registration cum membership certificate. Then they are telling certificate of registration as exporters of spices, CRES, issued by the Spices Board, certificate of registration as exported of coir and coir product, which is issued by the coir board, shall be treated as registration cum membership certificate for the purpose of this policy. Done, sir. Next, interpretation of policy. Sir, who will do the interpretation? Supposingly foreign trade policy may this item, sir, is restricted, prohibited. How should I go ahead and determine that? I am not able to find out, sir, in the ITC-HS. I don't know whether this item is restricted, whether this item is prohibited. What is to be done? Then you'll go, where will you go? You don't go to the custom authorities. Baba, you always have to remember, interpretation of the foreign trade policy is always done by the DGFT. They are telling over here, interpretation of the foreign trade policy, the decision of the DGFT. You can't remember one thing in the exam. They will tell you, regarding an interpretation of the foreign trade policy, the custom authorities have given a decision. Baba, that decision is useless because the decision of the foreign DGFT shall be final and binding on all matters relating to the interpretation of foreign trade policy. Whenever an interpretation of foreign trade policy has to be done, the decision always has to be given by the DGFT, or so basically they are telling the decision of the DGFT shall be final and binding on all matters relating to interpretation of policy or the provision of handbook of procedure, appendices, handbook of procedure, appendices, ayat niryat form, classification of any item of import and export. Who will give the final decision? DGFT. Remember that point. Whenever you have any interpretation issue, whenever you have any doubt in the foreign trade policy, handbook of procedure, ITC-HS, you go to the DGFT. DGFT ka decision will always be final. The next one, export of gifts. Remember one thing, here I told you the general provision relating to import. Now I am telling you export. Goods including edible item. Baba, anyways, exports pay, there is no duty. So they are going ahead and telling what? You will export. Just like that, you can keep exporting everything freely. They are telling over here, goods. Baba, when you are giving gift is always free. So they are telling over here, goods including edible item. For an example, my son is staying in US. Sir, can I export as gift? They are telling over here, export including edible item of value not exceeding 5 lakh rupees. Remember, the maximum is 5 lakh rupees in a license year may be exported as gift. How much export can I do in a year as gift? 5 lakh rupees. Okay? However, item mentioned as restricted for export in ITC-HS. Baba, ITC-HS mein when you go ahead and see that item is restricted, then it shall not be exported as a gift without an authorization. It means you have to go to the DGFT, take an authorization, only then you can export restricted item. Baba, freely exportable item 5 lakh rupees per every, they are telling license year, means every year you can go ahead and export. But if you are going ahead and exporting those items which are restricted, then Baba, you have to take DGFT ka permission. Done. Then third party export. Chalo, I'll do one thing. I'll discuss about the third party export. Let's take a small quick break. Then we'll come back and discuss about the third party export. Let's go ahead and take a small break. Chalo, let's continue. Now we are going to talk about third party export. Third party export, what happens? So supposingly, we have one person who wants some goods outside India. We have one person in India who has got the order. He has got the order, but to execute the order, he don't have the goods. So what will he do? He will go ahead and talk to some exporters. Might be he's a manufacturer. He will tell the manufacturer, sir, can you please give me the goods? I will go ahead and fulfill the order. So Baba, this person over here is known as third party exporter. Actually, he is the manufacturer who is the manufacturer exporter. And Baba, this guy who is there, he is known as the third party exporter. He got an order. that one person outside India wants 1 lakh shirts, but he doesn't have 1 lakh shirts to export. So what will he do? He will go ahead and take the help of manufacturers. This manufacturer exporter will give him the goods and he will go ahead and export. Now this manufacturer exporters who are there, no, they are also eligible for taking advance authorization. All these things, they are also eligible. But remember one thing, if you want your benefits under the foreign trade policy, for that, whenever you are going ahead and exporting to a third party exporter, the shipping bill which is there, the shipping bill which is being filed for the export, in the shipping bill, his name as well as your name should be mentioned. That is what they are going ahead and telling. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Third party export. The third party export shall be allowed under FTP, that you can go ahead and export to a third party also. Might be this person has got an order, big order he has got. Now you want to supply through to him and he will ultimately go ahead and supply to the customer. This kind of export are also allowed under the foreign trade policy and you will be eligible to take the benefits under the foreign trade policy. But they are telling in such export, what are the conditions? Export document such as shipping bill shall indicate name of both of manufacturing exporter or the manufacturer and the third party exporter. So when shipping bill is being filed for the export, his name should also be there, plus your name also should be there. Only then you will get benefits under the foreign trade policy. Then they are telling bank realization certificate, export realization from RBI, wherever applicable in the DGFT ka information technology system, export order invoice should be in the name of third party export. Baba, all these bank realization certificate, ठीक है, bank realization certificate, invoice, all this can be in his name. But shipping bill mein his name also should be there and his name also should be there. Please be very careful about it. Then only whatever the benefits under foreign trade policy are there, you will be able to take as a merchant exporter also, manufacturer exporter also. Done, sir. For an example, I will show you one question from my Q&A material. 1 minute. Sir, we don't have the Q&A material. No problem, Baba. You see this question. See, CD Corporation, a merchant exporter, procured an order from a customer in US. So for an example, this is CD Corporation. CD Corporation is a merchant exporter. Merchant exporter means he does not manufacture. He just buys from manufacturer. He will buy from manufacturer and he will go ahead and export. So he got an order. ठीक है? He is a merchant exporter. Merchant exporter means those people who buy and sell. So he is going ahead and buying from manufacturer. So this guy is a manufacturer. He will buy from manufacturer and he will go ahead and export. He is CD Corporation over here. It approached AB, a manufacturer, for execution of the order. Now this is AB Corporation. This guy approached AB Corporation. ठीक है? So this guy is a third party over here. This is known as a third party export. ठीक है, sir? Then they are telling over here, the shipping bill relating to the consignment bears the name of CD Corporation. Baba, shipping bill में only his name is there. Only his name is there. Okay? Bank realization certificate, export order, invoices also bears his name. Baba, bank realization certificate, order, invoice, that pay also his name is there. Shipping bill mail also his name is there. Baba, then they are going ahead and telling over here. Comment whether AB Corporation would be deemed as an exporter under the foreign trade policy. Baba, because in the shipping bill, his name, manufacturer ka name has not been mentioned. He will not be deemed as the exporter under the foreign trade policy, because third party export mein it is clearly being told that third party export ka case mein shipping bill mein both the parties ka name should be there. Number one, the merchant exporter who has got the order. Number two, the manufacturer exporter who is manufacturing and supplying to the merchant exporter who is ultimately going to supply. Remember very carefully over here, these three may his name is there, okay, no problem. But in the shipping bill, his name also should be there and the manufacturer who is there, his name also should be there. Only then the manufacturer will be deemed as the exporter, and whatever benefits under foreign trade policies there, like taking advance authorization, etc., he will be eligible to take it. Otherwise, no. That's all. Chalo, let's go ahead. If you see this question over here, this is a scenario of third party export. Third party export means export made by an exporter or manufacturer on behalf of another exporter. The Condition is export documents such as shipping bill should indicate the name of both manufacturing and the third party exporter. All these invoices etc can have only one person ka name. So baba shipping bill mein both person ka name should be there. This document can have his name, no problem. Next. In the above case, though bank realization certificate, export order, invoice are in the name of CD Corporation, that is the third party exporter, the shipping bill does not have the name of the manufacturer. His name is not there, and hence AB Corporation will not be treated as exporter in this case. It will not be treated as exporter. If it is not treated as exporter, it will not get the benefits under foreign trade policy. Done, sir? Point is clear. Let's go ahead. The next one. Developing district as export hub. Chapter number 3 is a new introduction which is there, that government now is going ahead and focusing on developing district as export hub. So what they are telling is, in every state we will go ahead and identify districts, and this district what is the specialization, and they will try to see how we can go ahead and give support to develop this district as district hub. Now, for your exam point of view, not very important because ICA has just covered 2 lines out of it. I have gone ahead and already told you what they are telling. Government ka objective is, central government is telling, every state may will identify district, and in this state, in the district, what is the specialization of the district? Can that goods be exported and we can earn foreign currency from that goods or not? Developing those districts, providing support, providing assistance to those districts so that those districts could become a hub, a export hub. Basically they are telling over here, developing district as export hub. They want to develop. See baba, earlier what we had learned was recognition. This was just a recognition given. The towns which are there, which are already excellent, who are excelled in export, those were given excellence over, those were given recognition. Here they are not telling recognition will give. Here they are going ahead and telling we will recognize district as export hub. Now if a district has been recognized as an export hub, they will be giving lot of support to those districts so that they can go ahead and export their goods and earn foreign currency. Basically they are telling to galvanize district of the country to become export hubs by identifying product and service. Government is telling under this developing district as export hub, what project is there of the government, they are trying to develop district, okay, by identifying the product and services with export potential. Okay, this district is there, this district may, this product is there, this product has potential of export. Okay, in that district they want to identify which product, okay, this product has potential to export. What are the bottleneck? Why is it not being exported? They want to identify addressing bottleneck for exporting this product, supported legal exporter, manufacturer, supporting local exporter or manufacturer to scale and find potential buyer outside India with the aim of promoting export promotion, manufacturing and services industry in the district. That's all you can remember, that what is the objective over here. Government is telling that we want to identify district which has some goods which are which have export potential. Now if this product has export potential, why is this product not being exported? What is the bottleneck? Are these people not able to manufacture in huge quantity? What are the various bottleneck? They want to identify those bottleneck and they want to go ahead and provide immense support to those people so that they can start exporting and explore the export potential which is there so that foreign currency can come into the country again. That's all is the objective over here. Not very important from exam point of view. Next. The next one over here is chapter number 4, duty exemption or remission scheme. Listen to me very carefully. One is duty exemption and one is duty remission. Sir, what is the difference between duty exemption and duty remission? Baba, duty remission scheme is nothing other than duty drawback scheme, DBK scheme, or RoDTEP scheme. I will teach you about both of them. Duty drawback you already know. Sir, what is duty drawback scheme? In duty drawback what happens? Supposingly, I went ahead and imported some goods and I went ahead and paid custom duty on these goods. Okay, sir, I imported some goods and paid custom duty. Now, I went ahead and cleared these goods. Okay, I made the final product. and I went ahead and export the final product. Whatever duty I had paid, government goes ahead and gives me duty drawback. Correct? 98% duty drawback if goods are exported as such. Sir, on the basis of all industry rate, duty drawback is given if you are a manufacturer. Yes, sir. We remember section number 74 and 75 of the duty drawback chapter. So what government is telling over here, in duty drawback scheme, what happens? You import some goods, you pay the custom duty, you clear the goods, final product you export. Government gives you duty drawback on all industry rate, special brand rate. Yes, sir, we remember. On the basis of this, duty drawback is given. I told the government, sir, first import, pay custom duty, then take duty drawback. I don't want to do this. Then government introduced additionally duty exemption scheme. It means I told sir, first import, pay custom duty, make final product, take the custom duty back. Why headache, sir? Sir, when I imported and paid the custom duty, my working capital got blocked. Later, you are giving my money back. That is on the basis of all industry rate, brand rate, etc. I don't want this headache only, sir. You do one thing. People got duty remission scheme now. The government told, okay, we'll give you duty exemption scheme. Remission was duty drawback scheme. Exemption may government introduced advance authorization scheme and duty free import authorization scheme. Sir, what are these two schemes? Let's understand. Advance authorization scheme. Government told, Ramesh, if you want to go ahead and import raw material, make final product, and you want to go ahead and export, do one thing. You go to the DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, show him dreams. Sir, I will make first class product and export and earn foreign currency. You let me import without payment of any duty, sir. Raw material, I want to import without payment of any duty. Then DGFT will give you a permission, which is known as an advance authorization. That's all is being told. That, sir, now see, under duty drawback scheme, what happens? You import, pay custom duty, make the final product, export. This custom duty is given back to you. But here you are telling, sir, I will import, not pay any custom duty only. This raw material which I imported, I will make the final product. Final product I will export and I will earn foreign currency. Here they have gone ahead and told DGFT say you can take an advance authorization. That's all is the advance authorization scheme. If you have the advance authorization, you can import without payment of any custom duty. Chalo, let's go ahead and talk about advance authorization. Authorization just means a permission to import and export as per the foreign trade policy. At present, most of the import and export are free, but still regulated or restricted. Baba, all those regulated or restricted imports के लिए you need authorization. ठीक है? Import or export of such regulated or restricted item needs authorization. Now, sir, this is normal meaning of authorization. That authorization is nothing other than a license. ठीक है? But if you want to go ahead and import without payment of any duty, those goods on which duty is there, then Baba, you have to take an advance authorization. And they are going ahead and telling authorization can be based on value. That, sir, this much item, this much value ka item you can import, or quantity. Sir, this much quantity you can import. ठीक है? Actual user condition. Actual user condition means if I am given an authorization, advance authorization, I should only import. I can't give it to my friend and say, hey, you can import the raw material without payment of duty. No. If I have gone ahead and got the authorization, I should only import and I should use the raw material in making the final product. I can't transfer it to anyone. Then export obligation. That, sir, you have got raw material without payment of any custom duty. You have to get foreign currency. And how much is the export obligation? How much you should earn and give? Those will be told in the authorization. Value addition. Baba, you are telling I'll get raw material, I'll make the final product and I will export. Government is telling India mein some value addition should be done. No. Value addition should happen. They will tell you in the authorization value addition. Then minimum export price and other conditions also. In general, import authorizations are subject to actual user condition, means actual user who has been given the authorization only can go ahead and import, and he has to use the imported product for making the final product. For obtaining authorization, an application shall be made to the DGFT or the regional authority. I have already shown you over here. You can go over here to the DGFT ka website, and DGFT ka website mein here you will see services and you can take your advance authorization, DFIA authorization, EPCG authorization, etc. Next. Now, sir, who are the people who are eligible for advance authorization? Number one, advance authorization can be issued to a manufacturer exporter. Do you guys remember? If I am a person, I got an order, okay? I got an order for export from outside India. I am telling I am merchant exporter. Merchant exporter means I will buy from another manufacturers who are manufacturing the goods. These are known as manufacturer exporter, okay? So if I am a manufacturer exporter or I am a merchant exporter. They are going ahead and telling who is buying from another manufacturer exporter. Merchant means who just does buying and selling. Manufacturer means who will manufacture and export. So sir, even if I am a manufacturer exporter who is exporting directly, or I am going ahead and supplying it to a merchant exporter, or I am a merchant exporter, they are going ahead and telling advance authorization means we can go ahead, advance authorization can be issued either to a manufacturer exporter, a person who is doing manufacturing activity, or a merchant exporter tied to supporting manufacturer. Means if I am a merchant exporter who is buying from another manufacturers and I am going ahead and exporting, I can also go ahead and take advance authorization, or these people also can go ahead and obtain advance authorization. The next one is such authorization can be issued for, they can give you authorization for physical export. Sir, if I am telling I want to physically go ahead and export, then also I can get. If it is for intermediate, means I am going ahead and supplying to someone who is going ahead and supplying outside India, then Baba, for that also advance authorization can be given. Then might be I am going ahead and supplying directly physical export, then also I can get advance authorization. Then supplies made to specified category of deemed export. Array, deemed export, do you guys remember? Yes sir, you went ahead and told about the deemed export category. Whenever you are making deemed export category wala supply, also you can get advance authorization. Then supplying as stores on board to a foreign going vessel or aircraft. Baba, if you are going ahead and supplying to a foreign going vessel, basically a ship, Indian Navy ka ship, all this foreign national ka ship which is there. हाँ, तो इंडियन नेवी का शिप विच इज देयर, ऑल दिस नेवल एक्सरसाइजेस के लिए आउटसाइड इंडिया से व्हेन शिप्स आर कमिंग. जस्ट अ मिनट एवरीवन, देयर इज सम इशू, जस्ट अ मिनट. हाँ, नाउ इट्स वर्किंग फाइन, विल कंटिन्यू. एवरीवन ओवर हियर लिसन. ठीक है, तो सर व्हाट आर वी टेलिंग? वी आर टेलिंग दैट सर, if you want advance authorization can be given to merchant exporter, manufacturer exporter. Advance authorization can be given if you are physically going ahead and exporting, or you are doing intermediate supply, or sir you are supplying to categories of deemed export, then also advance authorization can be given. Sir, if you are supplying as stores on foreign going vessels, so sir there is a foreign going vessel which is going outside India. If you are supplying stores to that foreign going vessel, then also if you want import without payment of any custom duty, you can go ahead and take advance authorization from the DGFT office. DGFT will go ahead and give you the advance authorization. Done sir, point is clear. Remember what are the categories which are eligible for advance authorization. Remember this point from exam point of view. Now they have gone ahead and told over here, see, advance authorization for annual requirement. Sir, annually I'm telling why every time I have to import and take on an advance authorization. For full year I will take one advance authorization. So they have gone ahead and told over here, advance authorization can be issued for annual requirement also. Authorization for annual requirement will be issued only when SION or valid ad hoc norm exists on the date of authorization. It is not available on self-declaration basis. They are going ahead and telling if you want authorization, Baba, on the date of authorization, the SION should be there, standard input output norm. For an example, you went to the DGFT and you told, sir, I have an order of 1 lakh shirts. Please allow me to import raw material without payment of any duty. So they are telling 1 lakh shirts ke liye how much input is required. That standard input output norm should be specified in the SION book. Only then you will get the advance authorization. ठीक है? Next, exporters should have past export performance at least 2 preceding financial year. It means last 2 years में at least you should have export performance. Only then you will be given advance authorization. Shall be entitled for advance authorization for annual requirement. One is normal advance authorization. Every time import के लिए you take authorization from the DGFT office. ठीक है? One is annual requirement के लिए you can take an authorization, and they are going ahead and telling entitlement in terms of CIF shall be up to 300% of the FOB value of the physical export and FOR value of the deemed export in the preceding financial year, or 1 crore, whichever is higher. They are going ahead and telling preceding financial year में whatever you had gone ahead and exported of that. So it says export entitlement in terms of CIF of import. How much you had gone ahead and imported, the CIF value of the import in the preceding financial year multiplied by 300 times shall be up to 300 times of the FOB value of the physical export. ठीक है sir? Then or FOR of deemed export in the preceding financial year, or 1 crore, whichever is higher. ठीक है sir? Then the next one over here, items which can be imported. Sir, I have got an advance authorization. I have got a advance authorization, what are the items I can import? They have gone ahead and told over here, you can import inputs, basically inputs which are physically incorporated in the export product. So supposingly I am going to make shirt over here. For the shirt I need input which is cloth. So Baba, cloth I can go ahead and import. Then they are telling fuel, any oil etc, fuel etc if you require, oil you require, any catalyst which are consumed or utilized to obtain the exported product, that also you can go ahead and import under advance authorization. Mandatory spares which are required to be exported. Sir, number one, I can import inputs. Number two, I can import fuel. Okay, sir. Number three, I can import oil. Number four, I can import catalyst. Okay, sir. Then they are going ahead and telling mandatory spares which are required. Might be the final product which I am going ahead and exporting is a bike. I make not clothes, a bike. I make bike ka parts I import and I make bike and I go ahead and export. So they are going ahead and telling when you are making bike, whatever mandatory spares you are providing along with that, that also you can go ahead and import. Supplied with the resultant product, permitted up to 10% of the CIF of the authorization. Baba, authorization was given supposingly 1 crore. 1 crore may basically they are telling spares when you are importing, spares which are to be supplied along with the final product, that spares can be imported of the authorization ka 10%. 10% of the CF value of the authorization. Then they are telling, however, item reserved by state trading enterprises, you can't go ahead and import under advance authorization. Under advance authorization, those items which are restricted for state trading enterprises cannot be imported. Next, sir, what is the value addition I should do? You went ahead and told, sir, please give me an advance authorization. You went to the DGFT and you told the DGFT, please give me an advance authorization. I will import without payment of any custom duty, and I will do value addition in India and I will make the final product, final goods, and I will go ahead and export. So they are telling when you go ahead and export the final product, there should be some value addition. Sir, at the time of importing you spend $100. At the time of exporting you earned only $80. Government is telling, hey, what is the value addition you did in India? What is the benefit to India? You spend more. Your CIF value of import was more. FOB value of export is less. Then they are going ahead and telling, we will not go ahead and give you advance. Baba, this is not, you have not complied with the advance authorization ka requirement. See, they are going ahead and telling value addition should be done. Value addition will be calculated, and here they have told value addition. Minimum value addition required to achieve is 15%. It means in India, your value addition should be at least 15%. Remember this point, your value addition should be at least 15% value addition should be done. Then they are telling over here, in case of tea, if you are importing tea and exporting, they are telling minimum value addition which should be done is 50%. In case of spices, it is 25%. But for your exam, you can remember properly that minimum value addition generally in advance authorization in India, how much should be the value addition done? 15% is the value addition which should be done. And they are going ahead and telling, sir, how should this value addition be calculated? Very important. See over here. Value addition will be calculated as follows, except in gems and jewelry sector. So normally how value addition will be calculated? They have told over here. So based nothing. See, you went ahead and imported some goods at $100. Okay. You made the final product and you exported at $150. Then they are telling FOB value over here, the CIF value over here of import. So sir, CIF value is 100. FOB is 150. So sir, whatever is the 150 over here minus $100 divided by $100 into 100, you do it. So they will give you the value addition. Here the value addition will come. That's all they have gone ahead and told. Sir, my see, $150 minus $100 you had spent divided by $100, it will give you 50%. So 50% is the value addition. You have complied with the requirement. That's all they have gone ahead and told over here. See, value addition is A which is the FOB of the export minus CIF value of the inputs covered by the authorization plus any other raw material used on which benefit of duty drawback is claimed or intended to be claimed. Even if any material pay, you are going ahead and claiming duty drawback also, that item ka value also will be included. Okay, sir. Then they are telling, so imports, whatever inputs you have gone ahead and imported, inputs ka value you take. Here, inputs ka value, CIF value has to be taken. Export mein FOB value has to be taken. Now, FOB was $150, inputs mein $100 you spend divided by $100 into 100 when you do, you will get 50%. Baba, this is the value addition. That's all. And they are going ahead and telling, authorization shall also be availed where some of the inputs are supplied free of cost to exporter by the foreign buyer. For an example, I will go ahead and show you one question which is there in my book. 1 minute, everyone. ठीक है, everyone over here see. For an example, XYZ has imported inputs without payment of any duty. ठीक है, the CIF value of the inputs is 1 lakh. Sir, how much is the inputs का CIF value? 10 lakh. ठीक है. The inputs are processed and the final product is exported. They are making the final product and final goods are being exported. ठीक है. Then the exports made by XYZ are subject to general value addition, means which is 15%. No other inputs are being used by XYZ in the processing. What should be the minimum value addition, minimum FOB of the export made by XYZ as per advance authorization? Beta, sir, at least minimum value addition is 15%. So can you tell me the FOB value, what FOB value should come? Sir, 10 lakh rupees plus 15%. So sir, the FOB should be 11 lakh 50,000. That's all everyone. If you see over here, the answer will be given as 11 lakh 50,000. Minimum value addition that should be attained is 15%. Chalo, I'll do one more question. Everyone over here. Can you see this question over here? The same thing. Sir, 20 lakh is the value of the inputs. 20 lakh pay, you will go ahead and do a minimum value addition of 10%. So sir, 20 lakh rupees plus 15%, you will get over here. See, 20 lakh rupees plus minimum value addition of 15%, you will get 23 lakh rupees as the FOB. Done, sir. This point is also clear. ठीक है, we'll see. हाँ. Everyone over here, see this question. You see, this is good. XYZ X Limited imports input worth rupees 10 lakh free of cost from YINC. Sir, you got inputs free worth rupees 10 lakh. CIF value is 10 lakh. ठीक है sir. Under the advance authorization, it imports raw material goods worth rupees 30 lakh. Sir, it got free में 10 lakh rupees का, and other than that, it also imported inputs under advance authorization without payment of any. This was given by the foreign buyer, basically for whom you are going to manufacture the goods in India. He told Ramesh, I am giving you inputs freely. I am going ahead and giving you inputs. I will not charge you anything. So I am not going to pay him anything, but that input ka value is 10 lakh rupees CIF. ठीक है, 10 lakh rupees. And sir, from outside India, I have imported some more raw material worth rupees 30 lakh. So what they are telling over here, the resultant product FOB value is 36 lakh. Sir, using this free wala raw material which was given by the import, basically who is buying from me outside India, foreign buyer, he gave me 10 lakh rupees ka raw material free of cost. Plus I bought raw material worth 30 lakh rupees. So my total spending over here, if you see, is 30 lakh only. But out of these two, I made a final goods. And final goods I went ahead and exported for FOB value is 36 lakh. ठीक है sir. So I have got some free material also, and I have got some inputs also which I bought for 30 lakh. This was given by the foreign buyer. The foreign buyer for whom I am going to export, means for whom I will go ahead and make the final product and export, he had given it for free. So 10 lakh plus 30 lakh, 40 lakh rupees ka item, and I made the final product and I exported. ठीक है. Whether the aforesaid export is eligible under advance authorization? Yes sir, it is eligible under advance authorization. See over here. Now can you tell me what will be the value addition? See people, you have to remember the value addition should be done like this. Always it is the FOB value minus the CI value of import divided by the FOB value into 100. Here when you are taking the FOB value you should always take like this, 30 lakh plus this 10 lakh rupees ka free item which was given also has to be taken. So ठीक है sir, 30 lakh plus 10 lakh, it is giving me 40 lakh rupees as the FOB. Sir, what will be the CIF? CIF will be taken as like this. Sir, 36 lakh is the finished goods का final FOB value. तो sir 36 lakh के साथ also you should add the 10 lakh, because 10 lakh rupees का item came freely, incorporated in the final product, and also it will go. You will not charge him anything. Freely came, freely going. So they are going ahead and telling when it has come freely, add it in the import also. When it is going freely also, it will be added to the CIF value, FOB value also. So sir, here it will become 46 lakh. So here what will you do? Sir, CIF value, both may you add this item which was given by the foreign buyer free of cost, you have to add. ठीक है sir, done. Here it is 46 lakh, CIF value is 46 lakh minus 40 lakh divided by 40 lakh. ठीक है sir, then what will happen over here? See, 46 lakh minus 40 lakh divided by 40 lakh, ठीक है, into 100. 46 minus 40 divided by 40 will give you 15%. That is the value addition. Simple. Baba, the FOB value, export ka value you have to see. Export ka value, FOB value will be more. FOB value minus the CIF value. So FOB value may you add 10 lakh rupees, and this value may also you add the 10 lakh rupees. So it is 40 lakh rupees and it is 46 lakh rupees over here. So you see over here 46 lakh minus 40 lakh, ठीक है, divided by so if you see over here this is 46 lakh minus 40 lakh, 46 lakh minus 40 lakh divided by 40 lakh into 100, it will give you 15%, and hence the minimum value addition criteria under the advance authorization scheme has been fulfilled. So if you see the answer over here, sir, the FOB value will be 36 plus 10 lakh. CIF value will be 30 lakh plus 10 lakh rupees, which is 40 lakh rupees. The minimum value addition criteria is 40 lakh rupees. The CIF value ka 15%, which is 6 lakh rupees, and the same is met. The same is met. ठीक है? As export value is 46 lakh rupees over here. However, X limited can be asked only to realize, means when you are realizing foreign currency, because you have given what had come for free, you are given free, you have to realize only 36 lakh rupees foreign currency. Is the point clear to all? Yes, sir. Point is clear. Baba, a good question which I have gone ahead and explained it to you. Chalo, please come back, everyone. Please come back. Chalo. Now, everyone over here, remember this is the CIF and this is the FOB. Okay, sir. Done. Chalo. Next. So I have written the same thing, only 30 lakh as the. Oh, okay. Sir, you have written reverse over here. ठीक है. बच्चा बोल रहा है, sir, you have written reverse. This is the CIF value and this is the FOB value. Done. Thank you. ठीक है, I've written. Our feelings were same only, although I had written wrong. ठीक है. Now I think you guys are clear. Chalo, let's go ahead. Everyone over here now. They are telling in case notional value of free of cost input shall be added to the CIF and FOB value of the export for the purpose of calculation of value addition. However, realization of export proceed will be equivalent to the amount excluding notional value of the input. The same thing I have gone ahead and done with the help of example. Please be very careful. The next one, sir, if I have got an advance authorization, how many months ke liye it will be valid? It is telling validity period of the import of advance authorization imports against validity period for import of advance authorization shall be 12 months from the date of issue of advance authorization. Basically, the day you got the advance authorization, you should go ahead and make your imports within 12 months. Validity of advance authorization for deemed export shall be coterminous with the contract duration for the project execution or 12 months from the duration of issue of authorization. So, for an example, I have got an advance authorization for supplying for deemed export. Deemed export ka project which is there is for 2 years. So, Baba, 2 years or 12 months, whichever is later, ke liye you will get the advance authorization. So, Baba, advance authorization generally is valid for 12 months. You can import for 12 months. Okay, sir. But if I am going ahead and supplying to mega power project, that's a deemed export. For that also, I can go ahead and take advance authorization. I took the advance authorization for supplying to a deemed export which is there. Now, the validity which is there, they are going ahead and telling it will be 12 months or the project ka duration, whichever is later. The next one over here, sir, duty exemption. Whenever I am going ahead and importing under advance authorization, sir, what are the duties which I don't have to pay? They are going ahead and telling over here, import under advance authorization are exempted from the payment of basic custom duty, additional custom duty, education cess, anti-dumping duty, countervailing duty, safeguard duty, transitional product safeguard duty. Wherever applicable, all these duties will be exempted. Imports under authorization from physical as well as deemed export are also exempted from the whole of GST. They are going ahead and telling imports under advance authorization for physical as well as deemed export are exempted from the whole of GST. Also has been exempted under 3.7 and 3.9. Import against supplies given below will not be exempted, means these cases may they are telling they will not be exempted from anti-dumping duty, countervailing duty, CVD, safeguard duty and transitional product safeguard duty, if any. In this scenario, they are telling these duties will not be exempted. What are the two scenarios? Supplying of capital goods by registered person against EPCG authorization, ठीक है सर, and supplying of goods to the United Nation or United Nation organization. In these two scenario, remember, anti-dumping duty, countervailing duty, safeguard duty, and transitional product safeguard duty will be applied. In all the other scenarios, all the duties which are being told over here will be exempted when you are going ahead and importing under advance authorization. That's all is with regards to advance authorization. Remember one thing. Now, the next one comes is duty-free import authorization. Listen, what is an advance authorization? Advance may you are given authorization that you can import without payment of any duty. Advance may means they are going ahead and telling, for an example, I have an export order ready with me. That sir, see, I have 1 lakh shirt ka export order. Then Baba, you can go to the DGFT, show him the export ka order, and he will give you advance authorization that you can import without payment of any duty. What is a duty-free import authorization? Duty-free import authorization is, sir, you make the product, you export it, you prove yourself that you are an exporter. Then, Baba, whatever export may, whatever raw materials you have used to replenish them, means to restore your stores, they are going ahead and telling, we will give you duty-free import authorization. Means I have already made the export. Advance authorization is given before making the export. Duty-free import authorization is given after you have made the export. You went and told, sir, I have already made the export. This much raw material was required, sir. I already imported the raw material. I already paid the custom duty. Now, in order to fulfill my stores, the stores which have got over all the raw materials I have used, please let me fill my godown again. Please let me import without payment of any duty. Already export is done, but that export ke liye, whatever inputs you had gone ahead and used, they are telling will allow you to import duty free later. Might be now I'll go ahead and use it for my next order. So they are going ahead and telling over here duty free import authorization. I want to go ahead and show you from my Q&A material one small point of difference between duty free import authorization and advance authorization, so that you guys are little clear about both ka differences. So when you know about both ka differences, it will be easy for you to understand. 1 minute. See over here. What is the difference between advance authorization and duty-free import authorization? They are telling over here the key difference between advance authorization and duty-free import authorization is advance authorization is not transferable, because if it is given to me, advance authorization is given to me, I should only import and use the raw material, but duty-free import authorization is transferable after export obligation is fulfilled. So whenever I have gone ahead and exported, I should have gone ahead and realized the foreign currency, and they are going ahead and telling your duty-free import authorization you can go ahead and transfer. Basically, simple difference is advance authorization is not transferable, duty-free import authorization is transferable. Next, advance authorization scheme requires 15% value addition. Duty-free import authorization, they are telling minimum value addition is 20%. How much value addition you should have done? 20%. They are telling minimum value addition should be done. Only then duty-free import authorization license will be given. Then advance authorization scheme is available to gems and jewelry sector, but DFIA scheme is not available to gems and jewelry sector. Okay, DFIA duty-free import authorization cannot be issued where SION prescribes actual user condition, because duty-free import authorization is transferable, and when the SION standard input output norm ka book mein it is told that actual user condition means who has imported only should go ahead and use. Actual user condition is there, but duty-free import authorization is transferable. How will actual user use? If I want to transfer, I can transfer. Duty-free import authorization is transferable. And what they are telling over here, so duty-free import authorization cannot be issued where SION standard input output norm it is told whoever has got the duty-free import, whoever has got the authorization only should use it. So Baba, in that scenario, they are telling DFIA ka scenario mein they will, where SION prescribes actual user condition, there DFIA will not be issued. Next, DFIA can be issued only if SION has been fixed for that product to be exported. Advance authorization can be issued even if SION is not fixed. Remember, standard input output norm ka book mein SION has been fixed for a product, only then DFIA can be given, but advance authorization can be given even if SION is not fixed. The next is IGST has been exempted. Remember, on physical import or specified deemed export under advance authorization. So whenever I am importing under advance authorization, I don't have to pay GST also. But remember one thing, in DFIA scheme, there is no exemption. If imports are under DFIA scheme, GST is not exempted. Only basic custom duty is exempted in DFIA scheme. Remember these points, very, very important from exam point of view to remember the difference between DFIA and advance authorization. ठीक है sir, point is clear. May 22 May it had come for 5 marks. ठीक है sir. Next. Now let's go ahead and understand the DFIA scheme. Already you know about it, but still we'll quickly learn it. Duty-free import authorization scheme. What is duty-free import authorization scheme? It's a post-export facility. Means first you buy the raw material, make the final product, export, prove yourself. Then they are telling we will give you an authorization that next time for export you can go ahead and import raw material without payment of any duty. So it says over here, it's a post-export facility to import inputs used in the exported goods. Whatever export products are there, for that, whatever raw materials you had used, you can go ahead and import now without payment of any duty. Basic custom duty is only exempted over here, and there is a subject to 20% value addition. I taught you already how to calculate value addition. Remember that. And value addition is 20% over here. Duty-free import authorization is issued to allow duty-free import of raw material, import of inputs. In addition, oil, catalyst which are consumed or utilized in the process of production may also be imported. So, sir, value addition, remember over here is 20%, and you can import under duty-free import authorization. You can import inputs, you can import oil, and you can import catalyst also. Okay, sir, point is clear. Now, sir, can I buy domestically also? They are telling yes. If, sir, I am holding advance authorization, duty-free import authorization, I can import raw material from outside India. Can I buy it from a person who is in India? Can he supply it to me? Yes, Baba. For this person, this will be a deemed export. And yes, you can buy it from a domestic person also, means who is a manufacturer of these inputs domestically. They are telling holder of advance authorization or duty-free import authorization can procure the inputs from indigenous supplier, state trading enterprises, Baba, all this MMTC, Food Corporation of India, from them also you can buy. Or you can buy from export oriented unit, you can buy from electronic hardware technology park, biotechnology park, software technology park in lieu of direct import, means without importing from outside India, you can take it from them also. But such procurement can be done on the basis of advance release order or invalidation letter. Basically, this letter has to be taken whenever you are buying from domestically, when you are going ahead and buying this and you are not importing from outside India. This letter you can go ahead and obtain from the DGFT, and you can buy it domestically also. Next, you know what? When one person is going ahead and supplying you domestically, he will not go ahead and charge you any GST over here. You remember advance authorization, etc. If you have GST may, this guy will directly pay the GST to the government, and then he will go ahead and claim a refund, because for him it will be a deemed export. Baba, I'm linking GST over here. Next. Okay. Now, what are the duties which are exempted under duty-free import authorization? Goods imported shall be exempted only from the payment of basic custom duty. IGST will be payable. So, if I go ahead and import some goods under DFIA authorization, remember only basic custom duty will be exempted, and remaining IGST etc. will be payable on the import. Sir, who are the people? Eligibility. Advance of DFIA authorization, duty-free import authorization shall be issued only for product where SION has been notified. Only if your product which you want to go ahead and import, standard input output norm is there, then only you will be given duty-free import authorization. For an example, I want to import supposingly, I want to go ahead and import some item. Might be I am telling, sir, I have an order for bottles outside India. I want to import steel. Then Baba, SION is not given in the SION book. Then you will not be given DFIA. They are going ahead and telling application is to be made to the regional authority. Basically, the DGFT ka other regional authorities are there. You have to make an application before export under the duty-free import authorization. They are going ahead and telling if you want duty-free import authorization, before making your export, you should go ahead and give an application that, sir, I want duty-free import authorization. I will export, and later you go ahead and give me the duty-free import authorization ka license. They are telling no duty-free import authorization shall be given which are subject to SION. This I have already told you. Sir, the minimum value addition over here is 20%. Okay, sir. Value addition and transferability. Application shall be made online before the regional authority before exporting. Remember one thing, before you go ahead and make an export, you should go ahead and give your you should go ahead and give an application that, sir, I want duty-free import authorization ka license. You should give an application for getting that license before going ahead and making the export. Export shall be completed within 12 months from the date of online filing of application. So, sir, before you go ahead and make your export, please give your online application. And once you go ahead and give your application, 12 months you should finish your export. Value addition, I have already gone ahead and told you. The same point has been told over here. The applicant shall file an online application before starting the export under duty-free import authorization. After completion of export and realization of export, proceed. You have to request Now, see, application should be given before export. But after you have gone ahead and completed your export, you have realized the foreign currency. Now, you should go ahead. Means you have done a minimum value addition of 20%. Now, you should go ahead and tell them that, sir, please give me the duty-free import authorization. They are telling request for issuance of transferable duty-free import authorization may be made with the concerned regional authority within a period of 12 months from the date of export or 6 months from the date of realization of export proceed, whichever is later. So, sir, 12 months from the date of export, you should go ahead and make an application for giving you the duty-free import license, or 6 months from the date of realization of proceeds, whichever is later. Sir, regional authority shall issue transferable DFIA, which validity will be duty-free import authorization ka validity will be 12 months from the date of issue. Export proceeds should always be realized in foreign convertible currency except if otherwise provided. Value addition criteria, I have already told you the same value addition criteria how I have told you over here. In your advance authorization, the same way you will be calculating the value addition for the duty-free import authorization also. The next one is RoDTEP scheme. Remember one thing. When you learn over here duty exemption scheme, duty exemption mein advance authorization comes and duty free import authorization comes. Duty free import authorization, these two we have learned, very important from exam point of view. Now when you learn remission scheme, remission means first pay the duty and then they will give you back. Remission scheme mein number one we learn duty drawback scheme. The next remission scheme is RoDTEP scheme. RoDTEP scheme. ठीक है sir. Now let's go ahead and learn RoDTEP scheme. Very easy from exam point of view also. Good. And it is very easy. Sir, what is RoDTEP scheme? Actually, earlier there was MEIS scheme, and Baba MEIS scheme was not as per the internationally accepted standard, and hence Government of India deleted MEIS scheme. Okay? And now in your ICA ka material, MEIS scheme, SAS scheme, both are not there. Only what government have done by deleting MEIS scheme, Government of India have got the RoDTEP scheme, and we are going to now learn about the RoDTEP scheme. Very easy, nothing. I went ahead and exported some product. I made the product in India. In India, I paid some municipal taxes. I paid some other taxes in India for which there is no duty drawback. No refund has been given to me with respect to those taxes. Baba, you should always export the goods and not the taxes. So whatever taxes are paid by me for which there is no remission which is given, I have not been refunded anywhere. Under RoDTEP scheme, they have gone ahead and told we will go ahead and give you the remission. They have gone ahead and I'll show you over here. Whenever you go over here, you will see RoDTEP scheme. Here, under the RoDTEP, see, they have gone ahead and told for every item, we will go ahead and give you percentage of the FOB as remission of duty on RoDTEP scheme. Mein, you will be given this much amount as refund basically. Let's read. It says with effect from 1st of January 2021, government has introduced a new scheme for remission of duties and taxes on exported product RoDTEP for eligible export of goods. Sir, whatever eligible exports are there, for that government has earlier had MEI scheme, merchandise export from India scheme, that is deleted now, and now sir, RoDTEP scheme is there where government is telling RoDTEP scheme is based on globally accepted principle. MEI scheme was not based on globally accepted principle and hence it was deleted. RoDTEP is based on globally accepted principle that taxes and duties shall not be exported. You should always export the goods and not any taxes. So for an example, in India, when I made some goods, on these goods, any taxes which I paid in India for which I have borne the burden and government has not given it back to me, what will I add? I will go ahead and add that taxes to my goods, and when I export the goods internationally, my goods will become expensive. So government told, Baba, don't add these taxes to your goods. Whatever taxes you have borne, no, we will give you under RoDTEP scheme, we'll give it back to you, and hence it is known as remission scheme. And that is what they are telling, that sir, it is based on RoDTEP scheme is based on globally accepted principle that taxes and duties shall not be exported, and taxes and levies borne on exported products should be either exempted, either it should not be charged only in India. In India, there should not be any taxes on exported goods, or even if it is charged, it should be given back to the exporter. They are telling this scheme provides for remission of the amount in form of duty credit script. You will be given duty credit script. You will be given vouchers which you can use to pay your basic custom duty later. And you know what? Duty credit script will be put in your e-credit ledger, duty credit ledger, which will be maintained under the IceGate ka portal. They are telling it will be credited to exporter's ledger account with customs. Okay, sir, point is clear. Remember one thing, if your goods which you are going ahead and exporting, on that you are paid any duty, generally there should not be any duty. Duty should be exempted on exported good. But still, sir, if I have paid any duties on my exported goods which are not being refunded under any other place, then that will be given back to me under RoDTEP scheme. And you know what? They are telling to refund the currently unrefunded. That is the objective of the scheme, that whatever taxes are not being refunded, we will refund. Duties, taxes or levies at the central, state and local level. Whatever duties, taxes and you are paying at the central level or at the state level, borne on the exported product, including prior stage cumulative indirect tax, any indirect tax on goods and service used in the production of the exported product, whatever duties you have paid, they are telling will give it back to you. And such indirect taxes levied in respect of distribution of the exported product, they are telling we will give it back to you under RoDTEP scheme. Nothing. Silent feature, sir, it seeks to refund to the exporter the embedded central, state, local levied or taxes which are by far not being rebated or not being refunded. Those taxes will be given back to you under the RoDTEP scheme. And they are telling duty credit will be issued in lieu of any remission of any taxes, duty, taxes levied, charged on any material used in the manufacturing or processing of the goods or for carrying out any operation on the goods in India that are exported. Baba, any operations on any goods done in India which you are exporting, whatever duties you have paid will be given back to you under the RoDTEP scheme. Where such duty is not being exempted, remitted, credited under any other scheme, that duty will be refunded to you under the RoDTEP scheme. Against, and they are telling over here, duty credit is issued against export of notified goods. This is total bakwas. The next one, value of the said goods for calculation of duty credit to be allowed under the scheme shall be declared FOB of the said goods or 1.5 time of the market price. Otherwise, what will people do? No, they will say, see, they are telling FOB value. FOB value, if supposingly it is 1 lakh rupees, they are telling over here, this goods ka Indian market price is what? I told Indian market price of this goods is only 50,000. They are telling into 1.5. It means you can take only 75,000 pay, you will get RoDTEP mein duty credit scheme. Because RoDTEP scheme, if you see over here, I'll show you in the government ka portal. For an example, you are importing any item, they are telling percentage of the FOB is given. So what people will do is, people will inflate their FOB. So what they are telling over here, that sir, either it will be the FOB value or domestic market price of the goods ka 1.5 time, whichever is lower over here. Basically they are telling whichever is less will be taken and of that 1% will be given. The refund will be formed in form of credit, would be credited to the electronic credit ledger in custom automated system. Now Baba, section number 51B in your custom chapter number 2, it is given that sir, chapter number 2 of your ICA ka material, it is given that whatever duty credit government has to give you, government will credit in the duty credit ledger. And basically they are telling over here that sir, we will give it back to you in your duty credit ledger. Nothing. Exported product, whatever duties you have paid, if they are refunded, very good. If they are not refunded, logic is export the goods, not the taxes. Now, when I am going ahead and exporting the goods, but I am exporting the taxes, internationally my goods will become expensive. So they are telling whatever taxes are not being remitted, not being exempted or not being paid back to you, we will give it back to you under the RoDTEP scheme. That's it. Next, they are telling over here the scripts would be used for payment of custom duty levied under the first schedule of the Custom Tariff Act. Means whatever the duty credit script is given, you can use it for payment of your basic custom duty. The duty credit script are freely transferable. You can transfer the credits to another person and he can use it, can be transferred to another importer and that importer can also use it. Sir, all exporters of RoDTEP are eligible. Sir, who are eligible for this? All the exporters are eligible of RoDTEP exported items. Sir, what are the RoDTEP exported item? Baba, it is already given. When you go over here, these are the RoDTEP rates, etc. You have to click over here. You will be able to see whether your items is eligible for the RoDTEP or not. Next, reward. Sir, how much reward I will get? Rebate will be credited to the eligible exporter at a notified percentage of the FOB value with a value cap per unit of the eligible export product wherever required. They are telling it will be percentage of the FOB with a value cap. Sir, percentage of the FOB with a value cap means, so for an example, 3.1% of the FOB with per kg with a value cap of maximum 24 rupees. They are telling maximum will be 24 rupees. So they are telling over here that, sir, it will be percentage of the value with a value cap per unit of the eligible export wherever required on the export of item. However, for certain exported item, if fixed quantum of rebate amount per unit may also be notified. They will not say percentage, they will say per shirt 5 rupees over story. That will be given as RoDTEP. They are telling over here ineligible supplies or items or categories under the RoDTEP scheme. If export of imported goods in same or substantially same form, I imported some item, same to same I exported. What is the value addition done in India? Nothing. So our Indian goods, Indian taxes would not be levied. They are going ahead and telling no RoDTEP. Sir, export through transshipment. Goods came into India, I loaded in another ship and I am exporting. What is the value addition in India? They are telling no RoDTEP. Export product which are subject to minimum export price or export duty, no RoDTEP. Goods which are restricted or prohibited, no RoDTEP. Supplies of product manufactured by DT unit to SEZ, Baba, or free trade warehousing zone. If you are going ahead and supplying, then in that scenario also no RoDTEP benefit. Products manufactured in electronic hardware technology park or biotechnology park, when you go ahead and export, no RoDTEP benefit. Goods which have been taken into use after manufacture, no RoDTEP. Export for which electronic document in the ICE gate, electronic data interchange, IceGate ka website has not been filed. They are going ahead and telling if you are going ahead and exporting through a port where electronic data interchange, basically online documents are not being filed, they are going ahead and telling Baba through those ports which are non-EDI ports, they are going ahead and telling we will not go ahead and give you any RoDTEP benefit. And deemed export ka case mein no RoDTEP benefit. Please remember this point. Very good from exam point of view. Now, I went ahead and told the government, sir, please allow me to import capital goods without payment of any duty. I will import capital goods, not pay any duty and make first class goods, sir, and I will export. Listen to me very carefully. What is EPCG? Very important from exam point of view. EPCG scheme. Sir, what is an EPCG scheme? Listen. You told the government, sir, I want to make first class good product, sir, but I don't have that capital goods. And you know what, sir, if I'm importing the capital goods, 100 crore ka capital goods, the custom duty is 10 crore, sir. Please allow me. People, what you are telling? You went to the DGFT and you told, sir, please allow me to import capital goods without payment of any duty, sir. I will make very good product. I will make very good product using that capital goods and I will export. Please, sir, allow me. And that DGFT now will give you export promotion capital goods authorization. But you know what? They will go ahead and tell you that, sir, you can import capital goods. Whatever custom duty you are not going to pay, no, in 6 years, you have to earn. So for an example, you are already making an export of 10 crore. This is your normal. Every year 10 crore you have to keep earning. But they are telling in the 6th year, incremental export means how much you are earning. Average export, your export obligation will be there. That too you have to keep earning. But multiplied by 6 times, 60 crore rupees ka incremental export has to be done. And that 60 crore you have to earn excess over and above what you were averagely earning. Over and above that, you have to earn this 60 crore and give it to us. That will be the export obligation if you are given EPCG authorization. That is what is being told. Let's read EPCG authorization. Export promotion capital goods authorization permits the exporter to import capital goods at zero custom duty, or you can also buy them, procure them indigenously from those people who are manufacturing that capital goods indigenously. You can buy from them. For them, it will be a deemed export. Okay? Without payment of duty in prescribed manner. In return, exporter is under an obligation to fulfill the export obligation. Export obligation means obligation to export the product covered by the authorization or permission in terms of quantity or value or both, as may be prescribed or specified by the regional authority or competent authority. Means whatever is told by the competent authority or regional authority, that much export you have to go ahead and do. Now over here everyone, EPCG authorization allows import of capital goods except those which are in the negative list. For pre-production, might be R&D stage ke liye I want capital goods, you can get it. For production ke liye you can get it. or post production, and you don't have to pay any custom duty. Capital goods imported under the EPCG authorization for physical export are also exempted from IGST or GST compensation cess. It means if you are importing and you are telling, sir, I am going to export the goods and earn foreign currency, sir, for that you don't have to pay custom duty also, and IGST is also exempted, levied under section number 37 and 39 of the Custom Tariff Act. Alternatively, the authorization holder may also procure the capital goods from indigenous sources, means you can go ahead and get the capital goods from outside India also. If you want, you can buy it from Indian person also who is manufacturing that capital goods in India also, and they are telling in return, sir, what should I do? I should fulfill the export obligation. Means if I am an importer of capital goods and I did not pay the custom duty, how much custom duty I did not pay? 10 crore rupees. You will be under an obligation to fulfill, and you must fulfill your export obligation, and export obligation is nothing other than 6 times of the duty which you have saved on the imported goods. Now everyone over here, let's read more. Sir, what will be my export obligation? They are telling import under EPCG scheme shall be subject to an export obligation equivalent to 6 times of the duty saved. Whatever the duty you have not paid, 6 times of the duty saved. They are telling duties, taxes, cess saved on the capital goods to be fulfilled in 6 years, reckoned from the date of issue of authorization. So, Baba, always remember whatever duty saved multiplied by 6 times, 60 crore you have to get foreign currency. This much foreign currency you have to earn and give in the next 6 years. Done, sir. Next. In case IGST and cess is paid on import of under EPCG, incidence of the said in IGST and GST compensation cess would not be taken for computation of net duty saved, provided ITC is not availed. What they are telling, if you have paid the IGST and GST compensation cess, that come multiplied by 6 times. If you have already paid it, that will not be multiplied by 6. That export obligation you don't have to fulfill. So, sir, if I have only paid basic, if I have not paid only basic custom duty, then basic custom duty multiplied by 6 times. Sir, if I have not paid basic custom duty IGST also, then whatever is the basically whatever is the total duty saved multiplied by 6 times will be your export obligation. Then they are telling, sir, what are the eligible capital goods? What are the capital goods I can import under the EPCG authorization? Capital goods including capital goods in complete knockdown, semi knockdown condition. Exam question. Under EPCG scheme, can you import capital goods? Can you import capital goods in CKD, complete knockdown condition, semi knockdown condition? Yes, Baba. Next. Computer system and software which are a part of the capital goods being imported. Might be I have imported one machine. This machine ke sath I need one computer also to operate the machine. Can I import? Yes, under the EPCG scheme you can import that also. Spares, can I import? Yes. Mold, die, jigs, fixture, tools, refractories I can import. Catalyst I can import. Then capital goods for project import. Yes, sir, I can go ahead and import. Remember, all these are the items which you can go ahead and import. Basically, capital goods are the items which you can go ahead and import. Along with that, any computer which you require, any spares which you require, catalyst which you require, any capital goods for project import also can be imported for projects which are basically being notified by the CBIC. Next, sir, if I have got an advance authorization, basically EPCG authorization, how many months till it will be valid? It will be valid for 24 months from the date of issue. Means from the date of issue, 24 months may you should go ahead and import your capital goods. Sir, who are the people who will get EPCG authorization? Following are the people who are eligible for EPCG authorization. They are telling over here, manufacturer exporter. It means who is going ahead and manufacturing. Merchant exporter tied to supporting manufacturer. Listen, I am a person, I am a manufacturer, I am manufacturing and exporting. Can I get EPCG authorization? Yes, sir, I can get EPCG authorization and I can import capital goods. Okay, sir. I am tied with a merchant exporter who gets the order. He is a merchant exporter, sir. He gets order. So, Baba, in that scenario also, I can also get advance authorization for I can also get EPCG authorization, as well as this guy also can get EPCG authorization. That's what they are telling over here. That, sir, manufacturer exporter, merchant exporter who is buying and exporting, he can also get. Service provider, including service provider designated as CSP, Baba, service provider also can get. So, sir, if I am Ramesh Soni classes, we are service providers. Sir, can I get EPCG authorization? Yes. Can merchant exporters get? Yes. Can manufacturers also get? Yes, sir. Manufacturers also can get. The next one over here is, sir, how should I realize my export foreign currency? Baba, How should you realize your export proceed? Simple it is. Export proceed shall be realized in foreign convertible currency. That is already being told. Now, export obligation. Very, very important from exam point of view. Listen. One is known as an average export obligation. One is a specific export obligation. Sir, what's an average export obligation? What you are earning, you have to keep earning. You told you will get capital goods and you will earn extra. That extra is known as specific export obligation, and what you are already earning, that is known as average export obligation. They are telling over here average export obligation. So a person who has got capital goods from outside India under an EPCG authorization, this person has to fulfill two obligations. One is average export obligation, one is specific export obligation. Sir, what's an average export obligation and specific export obligation? See, average export obligation under EPC scheme is the average level of export made by an applicant in the preceding 3 license years. So for an example, in the preceding 3 license year, if I was earning 10 crore, 20 crore, 30 crore. Can you tell me what was my average? Average I was earning 20 crore. No? So they are going ahead and telling now over a period of next 6 years, you must be earning 20 crore. This is your average export obligation. What you are earning, you should continue earning. That too you have to continue earning. 20 crore, 20 crore, 20 crore. This you should continue earning. Plus specific export obligation will be there. What they are telling over here. See, average export obligation under the EPCG is the average level of export made by an applicant in the preceding 3 license year for the same and the similar product. It has to be achieved within the overall export obligation period, including extended period. It means you have to go ahead and keep achieving this 20 crore every year for the next 6 years at least. Plus they are going ahead and telling that, sir, specific export obligation will be there under the EPCG scheme is equivalent to 6 times of the duty saved on the capital goods imported under the EPCG to be fulfilled in 6 years. Means if I have gone ahead and imported capital goods and I have not paid 10 crore ka duty, then 10 crore into 6 times is 60 crore, and 60 crore I have to earn over a period of 6 years. Over and above this too I will be earning. Plus additionally I have to earn 60 crore rupees. That's what they are telling over here. That, sir, under the EPCG is equivalent to 6 times of the duty saved to be fulfilled in 6 years. Reckoned from the authorization ka issue date, specific export obligation is over and above the average export obligation. Note, in case of direct import, export obligation shall be reckoned with reference to the actual duty saved. In case of domestic sourcing, export obligation is to be reckoned with reference to the notional custom duty saved on the FOR value. Sir, if I have gone ahead and bought these goods domestically, then domestically from one person I have bought, then what would have been the notional custom duty if you had imported this capital goods? Supposingly if I had imported this capital goods, sir, I would have paid 10 crore. Then they are telling 10 crore into 6, 60 crore will be your export obligation which is there. Each year, Vaishnavi, it is each year 20 crore. This 20 crore has to be done in each year. Average. Every year you have to keep earning at least 20 crore plus over a period of 6 years, you have to go ahead and earn 60 crore rupees. Done, sir. Now, they are going ahead and telling, see, the authorization holder under the EPCG scheme, while maintaining the average export obligation, average to you have to maintain. Okay, average I will maintain. Plus they are telling, fulfill the specific export obligation over the period of block period. Now they are telling, from the first year to the 4th year, you should minimum earn 50%. First year to 4th year, minimum. So in the first 4 years, you should have earned at least 30 crore rupees minimum. First 4 years mein you should have earned 30 crore rupees. Out of this 50% should be earned in the first 4 year, and they are telling 5th and 6th year mein balance, means 5th and 6th year mein you can earn the remaining 30 crore. Done, sir. Point is clear. Next. Then they are telling notes on export obligation. Sir, the average export obligation shall be fulfilled every year. Vaishnavi, see over here. They are telling over here you should be earning it every year. Then till the export obligation is completed. Exports or supplies made over and above the export obligation shall only be considered for fulfillment of export obligation. In case indigenous sourcing of capital goods, specific export obligation shall be 25% less than the export obligation mentioned above, that is 4.5 times. Means, sir, see, If supposingly, sir, I had not got this capital goods from outside India, if I had got the capital goods from outside India, I had to go ahead and earn specific export obligation was 60 crore. But if you had got this capital goods not from outside India, but you had got it indigenously, sir, if you had imported it, then whatever duty saved multiplied by 6 times. But if indigenously you had gone ahead and bought this capital goods, then whatever was the duty saved, notional duty saved, for an example, notional duty saved was 10 crore, 10 crore multiplied by 6 times into 75% only will be your export obligation. That is what they are telling over here. 60 crore into 75%, it means you just have to earn 45 crore rupees. That will be your specific export obligation. You don't have to earn 60 crore because you have bought the goods from India, in India only. They are telling over here. The next one, shipments under advance authorization, DFIA, duty drawback or reward scheme would be counted for the fulfillment of export obligation. All this will be included when they are calculating your export obligation. Both physical export as well as deemed export. If I am exporting outside India or I am giving it to a person who is holding an advance authorization, deemed export, all the categories will be calculated, shall be counted towards the fulfillment of export obligation. The next one over here, what is the incentive for early fulfillment? Means, sir, I want the specific export obligation early. They are telling over here, incentive for early fulfillment of the export obligation with a view to accelerate export in case where the authorization holder has fulfilled 75% or more of the specific export obligation and 100% of the average export obligation till date, if any, in half or less than half of the original export obligation period, remaining export obligation shall be condoned and the advance authorization redeemed by the regional concern. What does they mean over here? Sir, how much was your export obligation? Sir, my specific export obligation was supposingly here over here 60 crore. This 60 crore ka, if you earn 75%, that is 45 crore. If you go ahead and earn, they are telling over here, if you have gone ahead and earned the 75%, in half or less than half of the original period, half the original export obligation period, it means if you have earned 45 crore in 3 years only, Baba, they will say very good. In 3 years only, if you have earned your 45 crore, means in the next 3 years, to 100% you can earn. 75% if you have already earned in the 3 year, then it means in the remaining 3 years, aram se you will be able to earn the remaining 25% of the export obligation. We will go ahead and say that no problem. We will condone the remaining 25%. Whether you earn, you don't earn, it's okay. They will go ahead and say over here. That's all they have gone ahead and told. That's all with the EPCG authorization. Are we all 100% clear? Now the last chapter, which is that chapter number 6, I am going to talk about. But please tell me, are we all 100% clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is chapter number 6, EOU, Export Oriented Unit, Electronic Hardware Technology Park, Software Technology Park and Biotechnology Park. Basically, they are going ahead and telling units under the EOU, EHTP. So, if you are a unit set up in under EOU or you are set up under EHTP or Software Technology Park or Biotechnology Park, export their entire production of goods or service, can import inputs and capital goods without payment of custom duty. So, if I am an export oriented unit or I am set up under Electronic Hardware Technology Park, Software Technology Park, Biotechnology Park, basically these people are set up so that they can go ahead and export, and government is going ahead and telling under foreign trade policy, it is told that sir, they can import inputs and capital goods without payment of any custom duty. They don't need any advance authorization, etc. They can import without payment of any custom duty because they are mainly set up to go ahead and export. They are telling over here that sir, STP, ESTP, BTP, similar schemes are Software Technology Park, Electronic Hardware Technology Park or Biotechnology Park schemes are similar to EOU scheme and provisions are more or less identical. EOU scheme are administered by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, while Software Technology Park, ESTP or BTP schemes are being administered by the respective ministries. On approval of the application, once you have got an approval that you can set up your EOU, ESTP, STP or BTP unit, or a letter of permission or letter of intent shall be issued by the DC. This is basically the commissioner or the designated officer to the EOU, ESTP or LOP. Letter of permission or letter of intent shall have a validity of 2 years to enable the unit to construct the plant and install the machinery. Basically, once the letter of permission is given, you will have 2 years to set up yourself. And they are telling by this time the unit should have commenced production. So they are telling once you are given the letter of intent or the letter of LOP, letter of production, you should have started your production within the next 2 years from the receipt of the letter. Then the eligibility, who are eligible people, very very important from exam point of view. Who are the people who are eligible? Such units may set up for manufacture of goods. So who are the units eligible under this EOU, EHTP, STP, BTP scheme? The units which are going ahead and manufacturing, including repair or remaking or reconditioning or re-engineering or rendering of service. Service providers are also eligible, or development of software or agriculture. Okay? But who are into manufacturing, basically manufacturing including repair, remaking, reconditioning, re-engineering, rendering of service, development of software or agriculture. Remember, trading units are not eligible. Trading units are not eligible to set up under the EOU, EHTP, BTP scheme. Trading units are not covered under this scheme. Very very important. They can ask you one question in the exam. The next, only project having a minimum investment of 1 crore in plant and machinery shall be considered to set up in EOU. If you want to set up yourself under an EOU as an export oriented unit, Baba, then you can import without payment of any custom duty, inputs and capital goods. But to set up yourself as an export oriented unit, minimum investment required, they are telling, is 1 crore rupees in plant and machinery. Plant and machinery may you should invest minimum 1 crore rupees. However, this shall not apply to units in ESTP, STP, BTP, EOU, in handicraft, agriculture, horticulture, aquaculture, animal husbandry, information technology service, brass hardware and handmade jewelry sector. For them, 1 crore ka minimum investment is not required. And they are telling board of approval may also allow establishment of EOU with a lower investment criteria. But if you want lower than 1 crore also, you can set up an EOU, but for that the permission of the board of approvals will be required. Remember one thing, when you are set up in a EOU, ESTP, STP, BTP, etc., they are telling you must have a positive net foreign exchange earner. It means your export earnings should be more than whatever is your export. Your FOB value should be more than your CIF value. And they are telling, however, a higher value addition is specified for more sector. Means they can go ahead and they have gone ahead and told for some sectors a value addition criteria also has been told. However, the net foreign exchange earning shall be computed cumulatively in a block of 5 years, because once the EOU unit is set up, first year might not have any, it might have only spent and got capital goods and input. Next year, second year, third year onwards, it will start earning. So they are telling this positive net, they should have their CIF value should be less than the FOB, means they should have gone ahead and earned more foreign currency than what they have gone ahead and spent. They are telling that will be seen over a period of 5 year, block of 5 year, commencing from the date of start of production. Who are entitled? Entitlements to unit under EOU scheme. So if I am a unit under the EOU scheme, what are my entitlements? What are the benefits I will get? They are telling entitlement from supplies from domestic tariff area. Okay, sir. Supplies from domestic tariff area to EOU, ESTP, etc. will be regarded as a deemed export. And if I am a supplier, if I am supplying to a EOU unit, I will not go ahead and charge them any taxes. They are telling, and DTA supplier shall be eligible for relevant entitlement for deemed export. Whatever the GST may benefits are there. If I am going ahead and supplying to a EOU, ESTP, BTP unit, whatever supplies I am doing, I will not charge any GST to them. Whatever GST I pay on those supplies, I will go ahead and show it as deemed export, and I can claim a refund under GST. Okay. Beside discharge of export obligation, if any, on the supplier, the refund of GST paid on such supplies would be available to the supplier, subject to the condition and documentation under the GST law. In addition, EOU, ESTP, STP, BTP unit shall be entitled to exemption from basic custom duty, IGST, GST compensation cess, input tax credit of the GST paid on input and capital goods. Baba, these are the various benefits which they are going ahead and telling. Basically, if I go ahead and import, whatever the basic custom duty is there, I will not be required to pay. Whatever the GST is there, I will not be required to pay. Sir, what are the imports which are permitted? Export promotion material imports which are permitted up to a maximum value limit of 1.5% of the FOB of the preceding financial year. All types of goods you can import, including capital goods required for its activity. From the domestic tariff area also you can buy, from bonded warehouse in the domestic tariff area, or international exhibitions which are held in India. From all those people you can go ahead and buy, and you don't have to pay any duties, any GST, etc. Then certain specified goods from the domestic tariff area for printing and central facility. Also, you can go ahead and procure second hand capital goods without any age limit, with or without payment of duty or taxes as provided. This is total bakwas. Leave it, forget it. Nothing. That's it, everyone. Baba, chapter number 7. Anyways, I have gone ahead and told you what are the deemed export, which are, what do you mean by deemed export, and what are the various deemed export category. I have already gone ahead and told you. Now, listen to me very carefully. If you actually go ahead and see, there are 11 chapters which are being given over here. There are 11 chapters which are being given in your ICI ka complete material. Baba, chapter number 8, 9 and 10, they are given small paragraphs. So, I'm just going ahead and ignoring them. What you can do now, I've already gone ahead and taught you approximately for 3 hours. I think more than this will be overeating. So, I don't want to do overeating. If you want, you can refer to the foreign trade policy ka material which is given by the ICI. But after you are done seeing this class, I want you guys to now solve question answers. The more you solve question answers, the better you are going to be. I hope you guys enjoyed the foreign trade policy ka discussion which we just now had. If you refer to the chart book properly, solve question answers and go for your exam, 99% I am sure that you will not have any problem. But still 1% chance, 1% chance risk though Superman also takes. You forget it. But for 5 marks, in my opinion, this much should be more than enough. Along with this, please solve the question answers and go for your exam. Done, sir. Point is clear. If you have time, you can also refer to the ICI study material which is there. I'll go ahead and close all my discussion over here with respect to the foreign trade policy. If you enjoyed the class, please do hit the like button so that the class reaches to more number of students and they are being benefited. Also, leave me a comment if you enjoyed the class. Take care, everyone. I'll go ahead and sign off over here with the foreign trade policy 2023. All the best for your exam. Take care. Bye all.